Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another Saturday is here.
What up, what up, what it do? Lost in the Script, episode 139. Who you?
Who is you? Who your folks? How y'all doing? Another Saturday is here. Another week has passed. Hope you had a stress-free week as possible. How y'all doing?
Shout out to George. Every time Travis says us on important black issues, I ask him the same thing as the title. Shout out to On Code. George, what up? Be sure to hit that like button. It says On Code.
Oh, no,
love
On Code
the
said,
intro.
okay.
Shout out to Rosie.
What up, Rosie?
May Smiles.
How y'all doing? Another week. How you feeling right now? How you feeling?
I feel good. How about you?
I feel good. The way you said, I feel good. I feel good. All right.
Shout out to Ashley RL 89. Shalom,
what up,
everyone.
what up? Shalom, shalom. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna talk about a lot more. I still haven't got a chance to get around to watch the Book of Clarence, but I really want to watch that movie. I've heard that it's a good movie. I really want to get around to watch it. So hopefully watch that
Hopefully
soon.
so.
Hopefully so. Anyway, we can get right into it. I'm gonna start with another NAACP Image Awards. Colman, Domingo, Ayo, Edebiri, Victoria Monét, and Usher lead NAACP Image Award nominations. You know, I heard somebody say before that award shows are used to sell people, particularly music awards is ran by labels more so than actual artistry. And the same thing can be said for award shows. As we've always said, people only get awarded for certain categories because they know that it would lend them to get more credentials as far as awards in certain movies. So this guy called Cole Domingo, obviously he's more likely going to run through all these awards because of that movie, Rustin.
He's being pushed in the industry.
I still haven't watched Rustin. Have you?
I don't plan on watching it. NAACP sucks, so who gives a damn? It's like the BET Awards.
Yeah, BET Awards. Which one is more important? Do we hold any credence to either one?
They both used to hold credence. I'm not so sure about now.
Well, I did see some. I haven't watched the movie Rustin, so I won't give an actual opinion on it. But I will say that I did see people say that in the movie, and I don't know if this is true or not, in the movie they did imply certain things about MLK.
As far as what?
His sexuality.
On Cole said neither are relevant.
Not right now. I agree. At this point, no. Victoria Monét is a new artist. They're trying to, not a new artist, but they're trying to break her into mainstream completely. Let me just go. I want to show nominations. Did anything, we went through this last night. We just looked through this randomly. Did anything about this stand out to you?
As far as?
Anything?
Nothing.
Well, not surprised. How The Color Purple got a lot of nominations. Rustin. They put a lot of, in the music category, they put a lot of Afrobeat artists on.
A lot of Usher too.
Usher as well, and Chris Brown.
And Sierra.
Yeah.
Victoria Monét. I don't know who the fuck that is. Duke seems to know who that is.
Well, we're really getting down to it. There's like 8 people in every award. It's the same people the whole night.
Never have I watched the NAACP. Don't plan on watching it this year.
Yeah, never watched it. But shout out Coco Jones though. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway.
What about her?
I just saying shout out. You saying shout out?
Okay.
All right. Colman Domingo.
Bullshit.
To direct and star in Nat King Cole biopic.
You know who should have played Nat King Turner? Aldous Hodge from Underground.
Yeah, I know you're talking
He
about.
looks like he looks like him.
Aldous.
He looks like Nat King Cole. They're both 6'1", and both are dark-skinned dudes. They look like one another. He should have played Nat King Cole, not no damn Coleman Dominguez.
I can agree with that somewhat. Go ahead.
Talent sucks, standards are low, so all this is the drizzling shit. Shout out to Kiefer.
What up, Kiefer?
Aldous Hodge should have played
But it's the same
Colman
thing.
Domingo, because he's Black American. Tetherfest 24.
Hold on, Coleman Domingo's mother is Black American.
We don't care about that no more.
But I am gonna say this: a lot of the times with these type of actors, they clearly. Remember, Coleman Domingo's name came up when Jonathan Majors was officially fired from the Kane situation with Marvel. Coleman Domingo's name came up immediately. Now I don't know if that was just them putting his name in headlines or if he's somebody they really are looking at.
The cracker has a replacement theory, so they trying to replace us.
But Coleman Domingo, you notice what happened with a lot of these artists. I mean, not artists, all these actors. What's his name? The one who played Fred Hampton, who was in Get Out.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya. A lot of these foreign actors, they get one chance at a movie, and then they run on a spree of Black American historical film because it's easy to get that job. And they are award hunting. It's hard not to get nominated for an award when you're playing a Black historical figure.
True.
They're going to, regardless of what we feel about these people and how much they mean to us and our culture, when you look at the Grammys, or not Grammys, I'm sorry, when you look at the Oscars and all the other stuff, they want to pander to a certain audience. So they're going to get you nominations. And getting nominated for an Oscar almost is as much as winning one.
Yeah, it gives you some esteem.
So they'll go on a run where they'll just do 4 or 5 biopic movies just to get noticed.
So what, dude? I'm blacker than you. Crackers' birth rates are falling fast, so they're trying to take us down. They control the narrative. Well, they also tell you that those foreign actors are thespians. They're practiced actors and actresses, and
they're quote unquote better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want him to do this movie?
No. Give Aldous Hodge a call.
Buddy. Also, along with this, Michael Jackson movie is coming out.
I don't know why. How many more Michael Jackson movies do we need?
His nephew will be playing him, and it says Coleman Domingo to play patriarch Joe Jackson in Lionsgate and Universal's Michael Jackson biopic.
Coleman Domingo is 6'2". Joseph Jackson is 5'9". No, 5'8", I believe.
Well, they can make you what height. They can make you whatever height they need in the movie. So
Anthony Mackie could have played.
Damn, you got
Joseph Jackson. He's 5'10".
Anthony Mackie playing Joe Jackson.
Why?
Oh, no.
Why not?
Anthony Mackie, did I know the one who always got the little smile, everything?
Why can't he play the role?
He don't look like him. Do we care if they look like him?
He looked more like him than Coleman Domingo do.
Understandable. But do we care if they look like the person anymore? Because we remember
they can make you look like him.
Ike and Tina didn't really look like.
And they did a great job.
So we don't care about how they look. We care about just about the acting.
Sometimes the acting will take over the fact that the appearance doesn't match.
So that's what we care about.
It varies.
Okay. I still want to ask you what you got between the Temptations and 5 Heartbeats movies.
They gave you crackers and turned you into the crack because you can't do Mothers to Change the Tetherum. They're going to put themselves in AI. AI is fucking up everything. Y'all remember the movie Bamboozle, Damon Wayans, Spike Lee?
Yes.
Before this year is over, the internet, as we know, it will be totally fake thanks to AI.
Y'all see what the AI thing is about to cause? We're going to get to a Taylor Swift, not alone. I'm just going to bring it up. Taylor Swift led to X changing rules. Because
that's a white woman.
It's crazy how shit shake.
Once again, the white woman, when shit happens to Earth, it's scorched Earth. They're merging AI with phones, banking, counseling, food, and the internet.
And we're going to go back to this Marlon Wayans thing. He had another interview. And we're going to talk more about directly what he said rather than us reacting to him saying him defending quote unquote dress because obviously he wore one. So let's play this.
I'm not going to tear nobody down to build somebody up. And people got to get back into, the positivity of building people up. You don't see any other race of people tearing people down the way black people do.
Right.
We are our own worst enemies, and we have to stop that. I'm never going to support.
But you know what, Marlon, we're looking at 50 million probably now, I'm pretty sure, in county, right? And of course, all the clips from Katt Williams were Katt goes at Steve, Katt goes at Said. And those things, man.
He's not wrong for venting what he's venting because that's that man's experience.
Right. And
so I can't strip him of that.
And that's what I can't sit and I know everybody too. So I didn't trip off of it. But I tripped off of how that was the things that went up. Now, I literally, I haven't watched anything that long ever, but the negativity is what got it to 50 million.
The 10 Commandments,
But
baby.
when you watch it, people didn't bring up, oh, he paid for Melba Moore's star.
Right.
They didn't bring up, oh, you know, he's a
I don't want to show that to say there's been this, people been saying this forever, to never put celebrities in a position of influence. Let them be entertainers only. Never go to them for social, political, or community discussions. It's becoming more and more apparent that people are trying to do that, but you do have a certain level of respect for some entertainers that it can be difficult to tell them to shut the fuck up. Do you view Marlon Wayans as somebody to just tell, shut the fuck up?
Yes.
Would you say the same thing to Katt Williams?
It depends on what Katt Williams is saying.
Well, does it depend on what Marlon Wayans is saying?
It depends on what he's saying. Sometimes they give some insight and tell some truth, and sometimes they talking bullshit.
So that's a whole other question when I ask what is truth. What are we talking about?
As far as?
When these people come up, because he's basically come out to defend and push this idea that black people are the only ones who criticize their community at the level they do. And that's not true.
Give some examples.
Arab people, Mexicans. Do y'all realize how Mexican people from Mexico talk about Mexicans in America? They have a name for them.
What's the name they got for them?
I don't know the name because it's Spanish. I don't know how to say it. I speak Spanish.
Oh, God.
The way Mexican Americans view Mexicans in Mexico is totally different. Why do you think all the border, not all, but a lot of the border patrol agents is Mexican? They view them as a parasite to vanquish. When you start talking about different versions of diaspora, how a quote unquote Jew in America would speak about an Israeli Jew in Israel, it's the same criticisms. Why is it as black people we're not allowed to criticize a black person and say you want some bullshit without somebody saying it's hate?
I think because we're already being beat down in like crime rates and all sorts of things. So then to have other things piled onto it,
isn't the best
people
way
may see that as
isn't the best way to fix things is correction?
That's true.
So if the community is saying we don't want this is not a standard we want to get behind, you should just stop doing it. Instead of trying to make us accept it. If you're doing certain things in your movies and we're telling you we're tired of this, stop doing this, we don't accept this, and you keep doing it, then you need to search for a new audience. But then when we don't support, oh, black people don't support, they don't go watch the movie. No, you're not making the movies they want to see.
True.
Like whatever you want to think about Black Panther, the first one, people went and saw that movie because it was a regular movie. It was a story. It wasn't a trauma. Well, actually it kind of was, I'm lying. Michael B. Jordan's character was kind of the trauma character. But, you know, it kind of fucked up my point. But whatever. With certain things you just don't want, you can't push it on them.
No, just continue the video.
Foster father to 7 kids.
Right.
You know, when comedians are on stage, he'll send one of his ladies up to give them $1,000 to a comedian.
He paid for his own specials, that he found his own way. Those are the things that the audience needs to extract. We keep extracting what is negative.
Man.
How do we live in a positive way when all we do is digest what is negative about the life? People aren't methylating their life experience the right way. I'm here to get the best nutrients out of life and out of the experience. And I mean, and that's what we need to celebrate more. I'm tired of the rhetoric of, oh, you sell out in Hollywood because you wore a dress. Negro, I wore a dress. It's called White Chicks. You know what we did? We did a classic. Only black people sit there and go, man, our brothers wearing dresses. Oh, so white people, when they wear dresses, when Robin Williams wears a dress in Mrs. Doubtfire, he's brilliant.
Always comparing yourself to white people.
It's just always, man.
First Black Panther was a shit. Killmonger rules. Shout out to Mark Gordon.
What up, Mark?
Technology pushes us away from nature, not natural. We should be using the dark web. Hard to listen to someone who sacrificed his son to woke Hollywood.
It's a good one.
It was designed to be the way on code. That's the Chase Bank branch. No, in Los Angeles with no tellers and only ATM machines.
They about to get rid of money. We talked about that months ago.
How ourselves, Baphomet.
There's certain banks that don't even accept cash. They're already pushing that situation. But yeah,
when Tom Hanks wears a dress in Bosom Buddies, oh, he's brilliant, right?
Mm-hmm. But who's saying he's brilliant? When you bring up Robin Williams and Tom Hanks, who's saying he's brilliant?
What makes him brilliant? Because he has on a dress and run around acting like a woman. What made him brilliant?
My point is, it's not black people saying that they're brilliant. It's them.
Yeah. Uncle, that's not a good idea. Look at who produced Katt, Netflix, and who produced Dave Chappelle. Was it Jews?
Tiny hats, probably.
They can't control the dark web. It is sad to keep defending the dress wearing. It's wrong, white or black. It's all a part of the agenda. Well, yeah, we only use 10% of the internet. The dark web is dark as fuck. Might as well sip tea to Satan.
Let's move on.
I really couldn't find. I couldn't come up with a person that could possibly play this. Right, that's the question. Who's saying they're brilliant? Not anyone I know. Facts on Cole, whole other world. Shout out to Empress with G-But G7, Peace, Love, and Soul Train to my Saturn's Day Tribe chat via Duke and Travis. Oh, what it?
Oh, you're a guy. Okay.
Wore the dress.
Yeah, it's just, if we get into the things, the reason why they're wearing the dress and all that other stuff, it'll be a whole different conversation. But yeah. All right. The Book of Eli. If y'all don't know the movie Book of Eli, it's a very good film. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen it. It's an older film. I really like Book of Eli and the message that it was sending. You can look at that movie.
Seen it.
It's one of those movies where when we were doing movie breakdowns, this is one of the movies that I would have done. Very good movie. The Book of Eli prequel series starring John Boyega from film's creative team Hits Marketplace. So they're going to turn the Book of Eli into a prequel series. Book of Eli obviously is about a man who is chosen by the Most High to spread the message of the scripture, to save the word of the scriptures. He put it in his memory, and he was trying to get across the country to California, I believe, to help write the new Bible. And in the whole movie, it was telling about how dangerous the Bible is because the knowledge can be used as a negative thing to control and manipulate people, but also has a positive thing it can be used to do. And what y'all think about John Boyega doing a prequel series of this movie? What do you think?
I didn't watch the Book of Eli, so I don't plan on watching the pre-sequel.
We're going to watch the Book of Eli.
The series.
You want to watch the Book of Eli?
No.
Why?
I don't want to.
You will like it. It's a very good movie.
I don't want no tea. Why didn't they cast Denzel's son? That's what I was thinking too. Mark Gordon. I thought he would have been a good fit for that.
But the show is 30 years prior.
Okay.
So if in the movie when Denzel originally did the movie, wasn't he like 50 something? Early 60s? Maybe 50 something?
Possibly.
So you need somebody in their 20s. Having his son who's in his 40s play a 20-year-old, I don't know if that'll work. I don't know if Denzel's son can play this
Denzel
role.
is too black, too strong for Travis. If you say so. You've been around him. You would know, I guess.
Book of Eli is a very good movie. Regina Kiefer says it's a pretty good movie. George talking shit. Honestly, he did They Call Tyrone. And you liked it, didn't you?
I liked it, Jamie's character.
Don't do the bullshit. You like the movie the same way everybody else liked the movie. It is what it is at this point. Like I said, would this role be considered a black?
Let
American?
me know when they create something new. Sheesh.
Would this role be considered a black American role?
It would until they gave the part to him.
I'm saying, it's a movie about a man. There's no nationality to it. They didn't even have to make him American.
You talking about for this?
Yeah,
they would.
Well, why?
They know who here.
Oh, look at him. He talking shit. All right. Edebiri DuVernay felt compelled to adapt a nonfiction bestseller into a character-driven narrative. I'm not going to go too deep in this. I only want to say this. from what I've seen about this movie that she has coming out called, or this production she has coming out called Origin, it seems like
Hold on.
What?
So Origin aims to link the violent repercussions of American slavery to horrific crimes of the Holocaust to India's degrading caste system, and a narrative that combines gnawing grief with a clinical or reoccurring sense of history.
So basically, they're going to try to compare the Jewish.
They're linking it all together.
And you go to be doing that right now seems political. Like, seeing this is a political movie. You're doing this on purpose to tie black people.
Shout out to Drakey Drake.
Oh, what up, what up, what up? I think it's Drake Deaky. He said Drakey.
Huh?
Drake Deaky. Deaky, I guess.
You know what I
know.
You know what I do.
George, they all saying what's up. No fake message. So they're tying it together, making it comparable. What do you think about that?
I think they always put out movies when there's a lot of stuff going on, like the Israel, Hamas, Palestine thing that's going on. And then you know that her love interest in the movie is a white man.
I'm sure it is.
The dude from, what's the name of the show I used to like?
What?
On Netflix?
I don't know.
It was a Marvel movie. It was a Marvel show. They took it off.
The dream shit?
Not the dream shit.
I don't know.
He took his wife started falling in love with him.
Oh, not Rim. What's the name? Punisher.
The Punisher. He's her love interest in the movie. And you know he's a Jew. Yeah. He's Jewish.
Which is why they pushed this black Jewish thing in the movie.
But you know, it's Edebiri. They giving the black women their white hunks. They giving their hunks in the movies now.
Every since what's the name said that line, you've been throwing it in their face.
Because that's what they like. I own that book just now learning. A carbon woman wrote it.
I didn't know it either.
I saw Idris playing a genie with Holyfield bitten ears who eventually found white love man.
Oh, you talking about what's it called? Remember that movie we watched?
I don't know.
1,000 Years of Yearning or something?
They always want the sympathy for the empathy of the black lives. You consistently shit on it. Is she a feminist? Edebiri, yes, I would say.
The woman who wrote the book,
Edebiri is a sorority. She's with AKA, what are they? AKA what? Alpha?
That's it. Alpha,
yeah.
AKA, I guess.
Travis loved some white male role models.
Shit, that best.
I'm pretty sure. Hey, homie, that played Punisher hard as fuck.
Yeah, Punisher was a good show. It was alright to me. I understand in the actual comic is how it went, but it was just weird they made his wife.
Yeah, I got pissed off. Boule. I got pissed off when I liked the Punisher.
Yeah. But yeah, we know this is all a propaganda film. And then once again, this was only greenlit for one reason. There's a reason why this was greenlit. She got the backing to do this movie. There's a propaganda behind it.
But now
all right, now I want to show. Because we're talking about foreign people playing quote unquote Black American
Suge
roles.
Knight, aka also known as Boule.
AKA it's also known as Boule. We were talking about foreign people playing Black American roles, quote unquote Black American roles.
She gave up the backing.
And Suge Knight had some comments. Did you see this?
Mm-mm.
Suge Knight had some comments about the people getting the roles over quote unquote Black Americans. So let's see what he had to say.
But now when you look at it,
Sugar, aka
they don't use Black American actors and actresses to play these roles as much, including Oprah. They would rather go get a guy who's British, out the UK, mainly British, right? You know, these guys might have black skin, but they don't walk like us in the United States. They don't talk like us in the United States. They can't relate to us in the United States. So what they do, they got to get a person from the United States, a black person from the United States, to teach that person how to act, how to walk, how to be black. Don't nobody got to teach us how to be black. We born black. Big difference. So even if you take John Singleton, rest in peace. family to me. Always have been, even though he's not here.
Yeah.
John Singleton.
Sound like George. That's all I'm gonna say.
People relate to what we was going through. And at the same time, Snowfall, you got to get a guy. I think he's from British somewhere. So now you got to get a person from the inner cities to be on the set, right? Anytime they get ready to film, you got to have a person from the inner cities to teach him how to be black, teach him how to act like a black man. That man is teaching him how to act like a black man. Why not let that man have the part instead of the guy from British? Matter of fact, he started hanging with.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Michael B. Jordan, or whatever. He telling him how to be black so much like he's from the United States. And next thing you know, he starts Steve Harvey's daughter, or whatever her name is, you know. So we giving all our swag away and not saying it's a difference between us and them. But what about home? If we supposed to turn around and make sure more black actors and actresses is getting these roles and getting these parts, because if they making money, that means there's going to be less homeless people in the United States. Because I'm quite sure if it was a man or a woman, when they make some money, not only is they taking care of themselves, they're doing something for their family, they're doing something for their friends, they're doing something for these foundations. And like I said, every person you look at, even you got a guy that British playing Martin Luther King. You got a guy that have British playing every black part of what it is. Every black part, every black role is somebody else. That makes no sense to me.
Shout out to Last Name First.
Oh, my bad.
What the fuck? Sidney Portier was from the islands, so he didn't relate to the black experience, but I digress. 100. Sydney and foreign blacks are the new era. The burn of Jim Crow, all the heavy lifting wasn't done at that time. Webb Du Bois, sounding name, Porter. All LA dudes sound the same. Shout out to Craig Council.
Oh, Craig.
No, we don't, Craig.
But he right, if you right. I mean, he's saying, obviously what everybody else is saying, even Suge Knight is saying and making the same point about them giving all these roles to foreigners. So even Suge Knight.
I mean, we've been saying this for how many years?
We ain't gotta.
British actors are docile and easier to tame and manipulate.
Let me ask y'all a question, by the way.
I think they just take lesser amount payment.
Let me ask y'all a question, by the way, because a little while ago, I went back and watched the episode of The Wire. Well, I seen, you know how YouTube start recommending clips. So I watched a few clips of The Wire of some very more popular scenes that existed in the show. And there was a scene where they were sitting in the, remember when they were in the, and you know, I realized in that scene, Idris Elba's accent was garbage.
It's reconnected.
Idris Elba's, his accent is really bad in that show. But because Baltimore has such a extreme, they have such an extreme accent, you didn't notice it. When I was listening to it, I said, he sounds like a British dude trying to sound like a person from Baltimore. It was terrible. But you know, that just could be me looking back now.
I heard some Virginians that's kind of got that accent too. The northern.
Oh, I ain't never heard that.
Oh, hold on. Africans are comfortable with white people. They don't identify with slavery. Same for Euro and foreign players in sports.
Oh yeah, the NBA.
George, please.
Man, well, all the roles from white American males, especially, they're losing them to Australians, and obviously UK dudes, but mainly Australians. They're taking all their jobs. I don't know what it is about Australian. They just cooking them white American dude. They're actively losing all their jobs. But I want to play a clip now of an interview that was done with the creator of the Black American Heritage Flag. His daughter made some comments that got some people in a tizzy.
I was gonna say a tizzy.
Got some people making some comments. Frank Hamill is Superman, Bloody Mates.
Bloody Mates. Bloody hell.
All right, so let me play this.
Black American Heritage Flag represents all of us. Those of us who have slave lineage, and even those who have come here from the African diaspora, because it is about living here in America as a Black person, as Black people. And that's what this flag represents.
As you can see, she said that and had a whole room on hush. So she made the comments that her father made this flag to represent all of anybody who's quote unquote of African descent in America.
No, they don't represent Africa.
Now that made the Pan African say, you know, Ad had told y'all FBA that what it's for, what it was about.
Yeah.
But somebody else said y'all taking it out of context. This is another clip of her saying something that's a little different.
I have a question. Is there a difference with the Black American Heritage Flag and the RBG flag created, I believe, by Marcus Garvey? Are they similar, or is there a difference?
Well, they're different. And I guess, you know, this flag was created by my father and Gleason, and they took it as far as they could. I mean, Gleason died a year after they created it. But, you know, this flag is based on the experience of the Black American, and that's it. The other flag.
So right here she's saying
she's contradicting herself.
And I think that's kind of the point. She probably not as involved in these type of topics about who it represents and don't. So her first, the first comment was taken as her saying it's for everybody who's Black. But right here she's saying it's for the Black American experience.
Wrapping up for February, can we skip Black history and focus on Black futures? It's so 19th century.
Focus on Black future. Well, do we need a Black Futures Month? Is that what we need? Focus on the future? Although, let's be honest, like 90% of the actual history is not even taught. So we talk about every Black history when we talk about the same 15 people, if that.
We need a flag. Y'all want to be Moors.
Moors believe they are sovereign citizens who have a deal with the U.S. government. But, yeah.
Look at that shit.
What? All right, George.
You know it was some point it was going to be talked about.
Let's focus hard. All right. Dave Chappelle calls out Katt Williams for dissing other Black comedians. Why are you drawing ugly pictures of us? He made comments on stage asking the question. We're going to play the video here.
Is this. He only eats the niggas. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. And none of these white boys function like that. And Katt is one of the best painters in the game. So why are you drawing all ugly pictures of us? Stop. And Katt and hurt people, but I'm a hurt person that never hurt people. And he does it all the time. Fuck this one and fuck that one and fuck this one. But nigga, I didn't hear anything that you did wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong. Katt didn't do nothing wrong.
MREC TV.
I'm gonna bring a picture of a black guy. Katt did this to me. Katt was talking about shit that niggas did to other niggas, but not about anything that niggas did to him. If I told my story, it would break your heart. Your heart. If I told my story,
damn
it
right.
would break your heart.
On last name first, damn right.
And never, ever told on anybody.
For the people.
And this nigga is the arbiter of truth. Katt, listen, I fuck with Katt hard.
MREC TV.
But, wait, D-Ray, just tell me, what part of the game fucks up another nigga's paper?
MREC
What part
TV.
of the game is about tilling on another nigga? Tiffany Haddish is lifting something heavy, and as clumsy as she is, I don't disagree with Katt. He be telling the real shit. Hey, this one's fucked up this way, and that one's fucked up this way. Yes, nigga, that is true. But why would you say that? Because all of us are trying to be in a better situation. Can we get over it?
Okay, so Dave Chappelle made those comments. He said that he painted a picture only of black people in a negative way, even though he did bring up Joe Rogan. Says Joe Rogan always bringing those unfunny comedians up there who have never been funny. He brought up a bunch of, he didn't use names when he mentioned executives, but he would tell you who they were as far as their position. He brought up Weinstein. And then you made a good point. What was your point about this, about him saying he didn't speak on white people?
Who, Dave?
Yeah.
I forgot. What did I say? I forgot.
You made a point of why do we care? Why do we need to speak on white people?
Well, you know, they always do that. Every time you talk about black people, they have to make a comparison that, oh, white people do this, blah, blah, blah. Just the same recycle shit over and over.
So I would imagine you disagree with his...
Who, Dave?
Yeah.
Fuck Dave. That's your hero, though.
Who says my hero?
You love Dave Chappelle.
You be creating narratives.
I don't create narratives. I just tell the fucking truth.
You said Tim Scott was my guy.
You fuck with Tim.
You said, I forgot the other person's name. Now you saying that I'm a fan of Dave Chappelle.
Hell, you want to start a whole fan club for him.
Look at this. See? This is bullshit I'm talking about.
Fuck Dave.
All right. You gonna go further? Are you gonna go further and say what you want to say?
This again.
I'm trying to lead you into
shit
it,
up in the
but
chat
you
for
acting
me.
kind of scary, honestly.
I said that Katt Williams to me is the best comedian alive. So that canceled out Dave Chappelle for me. I don't really care for him, to be quite honest with you.
No. Say what you said.
What'd I say?
About Dave. Say it.
I said Dave ain't that funny.
Say he's overrated.
He is overrated.
Okay.
You want to expound on it some more?
Yeah, go ahead. What makes him overrated?
I'm done.
What makes him overrated?
Y'all overrate him. Dude, like them old gums, huh? Fucking all gums and no damn teeth. Yep. Katt Williams and Bernie. You damn straight.
Man, y'all lying. A lot of y'all lying right now. Y'all, hold on, let's be real. Y'all really lying in the chat right now, too.
In his first special, he had one leg rolled up on that Illuminati shit. Clone Day confirmed Jamie Foxx is packed out and not here.
Y'all really lying right now.
About what?
Y'all saying Katt Williams is the funniest man on the planet, but y'all don't really go to his shows.
How you know what they don't do?
He's not selling out every show.
Who?
Katt Williams.
How you know he's not selling out every show?
Because the numbers are there. He's not.
Okay.
So y'all think he's funny, but y'all don't go watch him.
Not of all of us can travel to where he is.
I'm not talking about you in particular. I'm talking about in general. All these 50 million, y'all go support him. I'll actually watch his special.
You act like black people are not out here struggling.
The specials are free. Well, not free, but
some people got kids.
Oh, so you don't want to? Okay, he's the funniest man in the world, but they don't want to go. Okay,
can't find a babysitter.
All right. Dave
sold out. Dave wore the dress twice.
Yeah,
Duke didn't want to play the video because that's his boy.
Y'all, anybody who was here, did we not click through the video of Dave Chappelle wearing the lipstick and the dress?
No, we did not.
Next to the Jewish dude.
I don't remember that. 2 weeks ago we talked about it. I don't remember you having that up there.
We talked about it when Katt, when the interview first happened. That was 2 weeks ago. Or 3 weeks ago now, I think.
Corey said Dave is funny when it comes to film and TV, but he said Dave isn't as funny when it comes to stand-up.
I think it's the opposite. I think Dave is funnier in his stand-up than in movies, honestly.
His special is the best. I think they are both funny. Dude, take a pic with your current FUBU gear. He still does that 6K, 10K arenas. You still a LeBron fan? Stern, yes, you did. So he's saying, yes, you did show the Stern video?
Yeah. Yeah, I told you I showed it.
I don't remember it. But you know they would confirm whatever you say.
Here you go.
Whatever you say, they confirm it.
Point of the matter is, I agree with, I disagree with Dave Chappelle. I don't think you need to speak against white people if the people who wronged you is black. That don't even make sense. But he did mention white people if you needed him to. Like, if you need him to mention white people, he did. That's why he got an invite from Joe Rogan. And I don't know if I hope he don't go. I hope he don't do the Joe Rogan show. Hope he stand on what he said. We don't need to go over there to get these numbers.
Duke the man until he co-signed on Travis shit. Corey is funny, but his whole stand-up is basically black women bashing. Last 15 years, remove the black woman jokes, and what do we have?
I will agree. Corey is very ratchet, ghetto, baby mama, bitches ain't shit type comedy.
Well, he's probably speaking of his personal experiences.
Corey is a very I don't want to use the word bitter. What's the word you would use?
Bitter.
I guess you would say that he's had a lot of experiences. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all saw the clip, the show he just did where he was talking about his daughter.
What do you say about his daughter?
What he been said, what I've heard him say before. She just like a mama. Fuck her.
Oh, she ain't shit?
Yeah, he said she ain't shit. He said she only called me when she wants. He said it on his show in front of 10,000 people.
Well, you know what?
Like,
a lot of family members are like that. They only call you when they want something.
Oh, Lord.
And when they don't want nothing, they don't call you.
Please don't get him going on. Please, Lord, you're going to turn into Corey up here.
ATM.
Look
at I can't automatically Travis's money.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now you tell.
Automatically Travis's motherfucking money. That's the only time I hear from him.
You should have hit it. See, you had a timing for it. You could have hit it. Anyway.
Shit.
I see a dude.
Corey a puppet too.
I disagree
Sad
with
as
that.
fuck, absent father.
I disagree with Corey being a puppet. I think Corey is a person, he reminds me so much of Patrice O'Neal, the guy who, he made so many decisions to be against the system that now he's locked out of it, and it's like, when he's blow it up then.
None of these comedians ever said Katt was wrong, just defended their reasonings. Yet, the white guy, Gary Owens, confirmed what Katt said.
Now, I agree with Aunt Regina, but
if Corey was like Patrice, he would have been packed out.
I will say this. I agree with you about, it's kind of crazy, the only white guy the only person that came out and truly like was agreeing with him was the white guy, but the white guy also needed the attention he can get. Gary Owens, since that divorce, I mean,
Patrice was bitter too. Rejection is a motherfucker.
Yeah, Patrice was too. I remember listening to Patrice O'Neal one time, and he made a comment. I think it was like a couple years before. Well, by the time I found out about him, he was already dead.
Dude like that. Dude like bitter black male comedians.
By the time I found Patrice O'Neal, he was already dead. So I'm listening to old content, not knowing he's dead, whatever. And he made a comment. He said, I'm afraid to make it now. This is later in his career. I'm afraid to make it, because if I make it now, if I actually go do what I don't want to do, and it turned out not to be that bad, and I become successful, I'm gonna look at like I spent 20 years going against the system when I could have went with it, and it's not even that bad and worked. So at some point you become your own worst enemy, because now I gotta stay here. Like somebody made a comment about Allen Iverson. The character that Allen Iverson created was the street hood dude who's all for the hood, the image of the hood. He's 50 now, so close to it, and he's still dressing like he's in his 20s. Because if he wears a regular button up and it's gonna be seen as him selling out. So he's trapped by his character. The same with Corey. He's trapped by the character he's created. F the system, F Stephen A. Smith. But then when you saw Stephen A. Smith, you took a picture with him. So kind of what happens.
It's hard to see bitter men who think they're funny. Patrice talked about the Illuminati hard.
Yeah.
Patrice joke about Natalie Holloway had me in tears.
Natalie, that angel.
Corey not touching that at all. He's getting his bag. Patrice gave no fucks.
That's kind of crazy you said that, because it was Corey that actually inspired Patrice, as Patrice admitted. Patrice admitted that Corey Holcomb, he saw Corey on stage one time performing, and he saw how just raw he was about it, and he said, how you do that, how you get it. He just told him, say what you want to speak, da-da-da-da. And that's how Patrice became the guy who would say whatever he's thinking without censoring himself. So it's kind of crazy. Anyway, the comedian still beefing. How long you think before Katt said something about Dave, by the way, to close this out? And I forgot to mention this. There's a little bit of bitterness from Dave, because that interview stepped all on your special.
Nobody even knew he had a special.
And people who did see it said it was mid.
That's hate. What you did, Dave, that was hate.
You kind of he stepped all on your special, so you might be a little bit angry at that as well.
Yeah. Shout out to the mystery man.
What up?
Hey guys, I'm back from my vacation on Aurora. How did it go? You got tested afterwards?
Oh Lord.
The real came from the fake. He's not going to say anything about Dave. I agree, Kiefer. Nothing to say about Clone Dave.
Cat
has said enough.
I think Katt gonna go away for a few months. He'll do his show tour. And you're not gonna hear from Katt for a while.
You talking about Aurora?
I'm also looking at Shannon Sharp. This is the last one. I'm sorry. we about to bring somebody else up. If you're looking at Shannon Sharp doing $50 million in 2 weeks, and now you're doing these other interviews that's getting $5 and $6 million, it's like you're gonna be looking for that again.
I don't think so.
I think he is.
I don't think so.
It's addictive, I guarantee you. To get that type of attention to your channel, to see that number, that amount of growth that quick, you might start looking for certain interviews now that you wouldn't normally look for. I don't know who.
We'll see.
But we'll see.
Peace mystery.
It is what it is. All right. This is a quick story. We're not going to stay on this long. Kevin Hart loses bid to get defamatory Tasha K video removed. What we thinking?
Tasha wins.
She got her first dub in the court.
Hey, she told you she bite.
So he tried to get a video taken down when she interviewed his former secretary. They said, you can't prove. He tried to get a temporary restraining order. They said, you can't prove malicious intent. You can't prove where you would defend that.
Is she intentionally targeting you, trying to harm your reputation?
Yeah,
Can
so
you
it's
prove
like,
that?
we can't do this. So,
y'all, that trans dude looking like Shannon Sharp. Mike Epps said, putting on a wig on Shannon Sharp and he looked like Medea's sister. Hollywood is dead since the pandemic, so y'all think we're going to get played by the celebs using the strategy to make money? Question.
Aurora, you got penicillin. Penicillin don't work no more.
Penicillin don't do shit for these new diseases out here.
This new stuff don't resist to that. But yeah, I agree.
He was gonna say, how you know?
Celebrity.
How you know?
Hey, celebrity is dead. I agree. The pandemic kind of made people get sick of them. They telling you to stay in your house when they got a damn pool and 4 bowling alleys and a whole basketball court telling you to stay home. Like, man, you don't kiss my ass. But yeah, Kevin lost his case.
Tasha K messy as a 2-year-old classroom.
Hey man,
a lot of messy individuals out here.
It is definitely. All right, let's see this. Damn, I don't want to show the picture first. I want to show this first. There was a dude at a Ravens game that looked like Martin Luther King. Like, he looked just like him. So it was hilarious when people found out that he was married to a white woman.
Tasha K working with the feds too, allegedly.
Nah, she ain't black. Ain't nobody went to jail from her. Actually, Polite.
How?
She was the one that released that. Was it Polite? No, she exposed him getting arrested,
which was a good thing.
Yes, I agree. But he's the one person that went to jail that she's talked about, I guess. Yeah, Martin Luther King. Somebody said this is Martin Luther King. If he would have stayed with the white woman that he wanted, he'd still be alive watching football. If he would have said whatever to you Negroes and went on with his life, he might still be alive watching football. Anyway, the Baltimore Ravens.
She said feds came to her to do certain interviews.
Oh, I wouldn't be. So she's saying that they come to her to interview certain people so they can get information out of them.
What?
That sounds like some
crazy
black
as fuck.
dude. That's crazy as fuck.
Did we give him a shout out?
Yeah. What Akeda TV. Let's think about this man and his Martin Luther King in an alternative life. In another life.
This is what he had a dream for.
I had a dream.
Little black boys and little white girls. Man gave him what he wanted. Yeah. He living George's dream. LOL. Goddamn. Hit that shit.
George. All right,
George was proud of him.
And he's proud of it.
Talking about Taylor. He said Taylor Swift ain't got no ass. Let her do some squats at a gym.
Them AI pictures gave us some ass. We're gonna get to it.
I'm pretty sure he watched that shit too.
Them AI pictures had him in a frenzy. But all right. Quick story. I'm not gonna go into this too long as either. Illegitimate son, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. Martin Luther King had a lot of hoes.
He was out here slinging it allegedly by the
He had a lot of hoes.
CIA.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he had some kids out here that, you know.
If he couldn't get a hold to a white woman, he would, you know.
And pause for a second. Rest in peace to Martin Luther King's youngest son,
Dexter,
who recently passed away.
Leave my man with the dream for the white cream alone. All y'all got white cream coming. I ain't reading that
George,
shit.
bro.
God damn, you're so vulgar.
George, come on, man. All right. Quick story. I don't know if y'all ever watched the WWE. When I was a kid, I didn't really watch it, but it was something I knew existed. I watched some of it. I know some of the characters. Not consistently, but
yeah.
Former WWE employee accuses Vince McMahon. That's how you say his name?
McMahon.
Mick McMahon of sexual trafficking in a
I
lawsuit.
didn't know that dude. His last name Dexter. Fuck him. What?
Damn. No, that's Michael.
That's Martin Luther King's youngest
Why do I keep calling him
son.
Michael? Martin Luther King's youngest son passed away.
His name was Dexter King.
Yeah. Even though Martin Luther King's real name wasn't Martin Luther
Michael.
King.
Regina gave you the backstory on it.
Yeah. In a lawsuit, a woman says McMahon hired her at a pro wrestling company in exchange for sex and then abused her for years.
All these scandals is coming out.
Y'all gotta understand.
Dexter White.
Y'all gotta understand.
So y'all didn't like the show Dexter.
All these stories are coming out. I want to get to these text messages that she released to prove that he was using her, trafficking her to other people so that they can do business deals. So let me show this right here. The girl, exactly. Now I'm not gonna read all this, but I'm just gonna read some of this to make a point. This is what he said to her, apparently. I love it. That's you, Janet. You just can't get enough, can you? And the future's gonna be so bad that you'll demand to be F'd twice a day and not just with so-and-so in 3 ways. Why not let others see that beautiful, voluptuous body and watch you shake uncontrollably when you... So y'all get the point. He even had... It's a white man involved, so you know he was gonna have this in one of the text messages.
Fascination.
Your last picture, you need your panties ripped off by 3 big black... And he went on to talk
be more
about
explicit.
the fantasy of her being with black men or whatever. I gotta ask a question.
Vince didn't keep paying her hush money.
Exactly.
And she was down and kept doing it because she's a freak.
Now, she didn't show none of her responses to what he said. We gotta ask a question. If I hire
McMahon
you,
hangs out with Trump.
And by the way, guess who now runs the WWE?
Who?
Rahm Emanuel's brother.
Are you serious?
Yes. Rahm Emanuel's brother, Chicago, one is associated with Obama.
Sure, he went to Epstein's Island.
He runs the WWE. And WWE, as you know, purchased
These crackers
the UFC.
be thinking about us all the time. Damn.
We got to ask the question, though. If you went to this man for a job, and he gave you the job with the understanding that he wanted sex from you, and you say yes, and then he offer you to go have sex with other businessmen, and you say yes, and then you decide to say no, but sue me and say I sex trafficked you. Like, at some point, do we not put the onus on you for saying yes? You could have said no.
You damn right, but they don't hold them at no accountability.
Because now you have Brock Lesnar allegedly being put in this because there's a situation where it says some WWE superstar, he sent nude pictures to this superstar to get them to agree to come back to the WWE after going to the UFC, right? Superstar. And after that, he laid with the woman, told her that part of the deal for her to deal with this superstar was to sleep with her. She did it. And now Brock Lesnar is being said to be that person, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, when you weren't trafficked, you agreed you just did it.
She's a white woman.
Like, we can say it's weird. You have a power dynamic there, understandable. But you can say no.
Hollywood is a sex trafficking industry. A lot of participants are willing participants.
Man, if you go back and look at 90s movies especially, all those women were pretty much doing softcore porn.
She changed her mind.
Exactly. She changed her mind, and now it's sex trafficking. All right, bro. I'm not saying he's not a sick weirdo. I'm saying these text messages look like a freaked off rich man.
Casting couch to the max.
Just like a freaked out rich man who do this to women that is around him.
Last thing first, facts ruminate over black specifically, but whole culture. HBO After Dark is soft core.
That's all. You look at the 90s movies. What's that infamous raw character? She was sitting in the room with the cops, and then she opened her legs and showed her.
Oh, that's what
I forgot her name.
Sharon.
All those female actors, all those white female actors from the 90s was softcore porn actors, pretty much. Sharon Stone, that's it.
There she goes. Somebody got it.
Shout out Mystery Man. Sharon Stone. Basic Instinct.
Basic Instinct.
That pretty much was softcore porn. That her entire character. So it's not surprised that exists in Hollywood. We know it existed before that in the early 1900s. They used to go get prostitutes to play the female characters, but more freak off news. For Duke to make It rained for them scandalous bunnies. All right, Vince McMahon named black sex toys.
Good movie though. LOL.
Vince McMahon named black sex toys after black WWE wrestlers and white sex toys after Caucasians in a suit. Now I'm looking at all these wrestlers. And I'm looking at
What'd you do?
The Rock. I'm listening at Rey Mysterio.
Catwoman and
away.
Batman Returns was a real freak.
What's his name? Mark Henry, strongest man in the world. What happened to all those actors? Well, all those wrestlers? Joan Crawford went Katt Williams on Hollywood before Katt. They got her quick. Joan Rivers.
Joan Crawford. Did you mean Joan Crawford? I mean Joan Rivers?
Maybe I got the wrong name. Hold on. Let me look this up. Joan.
That's the one that said that Michelle Obama was a...
Oh, no. This person. I'm sorry.
No. Crawford.
My bad. Yeah, I see it now.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Crawford.
You
Jackie
go through
was
the
a
90s.
sex toy too in WWE, and she recently said she wanted to go back. Vince a Freemason too. Kiefer, that's right.
All right, let me play this right here. This was a skit from the actual WWE.
That's a big ass woman.
Yeah, it's his daughter. So this was the actual skit they was doing for the show. This is for the fan. This is actual live. So in this, she actually made and this is where you go into the whole the thing where people who do the most sick stuff always leave breadcrumbs to let you find out they do it. Why would
because they get a kick out of it.
Why would you write a script? And I don't know if he wrote it, but why would you allow a script to be written about your daughter saying that you sent her on business trips at 17 with business partners
because they
to
love
have
that
sex
shit
with them in order to get deals done, and now you're accused of it? What? Oh, what up? Oh, really? Shantae.
The real ruthless aggression area. George attracted to women with split personalities. Catwoman had mental problems. LOL. Oh my. Pause. Peace. Fam.
Her underwear definitely had dick holes.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant.
She did, and she gets the milk, if you know what I mean. Exactly, Regina.
What
with LOL, don't remember this. I used to watch this crap in high school. LOL.
But wrestling in the 90s as well, they used to have in the early 2000s, used to have whole sexual role play things in the ring. Like wrestling got weird. With the pay-per-view, they used to go crazy. But anyway.
I don't remember that type of stuff.
Wrestling used to be crazy. So this is another guy who's tied with it. We don't got to go into that. Another business partner that's tied in with it. That might be Triple H. He run the company now. He passed it down to him. So Triple H. What was this? Is it deleted?
Oh my God.
No.
Fuck y'all. That shit was hot. What? Hot.
Now this is right here is what brings it all down. Look at this. Vince McMahon in 2013, look what he said. Partying with Diddy.
Oh shit.
Look, man, if you attach to Diddy, I'm just saying.
Diddy.
If you attach to Diddy, it's some people coming at
in our face.
I don't know what he did to piss somebody off, but everybody that's ever been attached to this man is getting jammed up.
Blah. Diddy.
Damn. It's just a simple tweet.
Vince, no.
All he said was partying with Diddy.
He told on himself.
That's all he said.
Why did he tweet that out? That's weird.
2013, Diddy had the best parties, remember? He used to brag about how good his parties were.
Oh, the
orgies. And then old white dude
allegedly.
Came in, and then the white dude came in, now he got the best parties, and now Diddy up out of the picture. I'm just saying.
Have you ever...
Somebody posted this clip of
Chris Brown?
Yeah, Chris Brown.
Have you ever been swallowed?
He was copying TD Jakes. Have you ever
swallowed up? Swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up?
Oh man.
Oh man. Vince up out of here. He stepped down already. They already kicked him out the company. He's no longer tired of them. It's over.
I told y'all he was hitting dudes.
Have you ever been? Vince is the original Papa Bottom. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Damn. So we got Diddy, TD Jakes, Allegedly Tyler Perry. We don't know for sure because old buddy leaving Blues Clues for us. He wanted to say
Christian
a
Keys
name.
did not come out and say Tyler Perry, so we cannot throw him on.
He leaving Blues Clues. It is what it is. And now we got Vince, who got hit twice. He got hit just 2 years ago. He was able to just step out the limelight.
Please make that sound on your board, LOL.
Have you ever been swallowed? Oh, Lord. She crazy. All right. Let's get to something else that's not important. We talk about a lot of not important stuff right now. But anyway. Taylor Swift furious about AI-generated fake nude images considered legal action.
Well, they did you a favor compared to how your body really looked.
Hey, them pictures that they had her with a monkey.
Because that's a man, baby. Allegedly.
The reason why
they don't play about white women.
The reason why I know about this is because Travis don't be on social media, and I don't either. I don't comment at least.
Yeah, you be on social media. Stop lying, nigga.
No, let me finish my sentence. I be on there, but I don't comment. You let me finish my sentence. I don't tweet or leave Instagram posts at all.
They don't got shit to do with being on there.
My point is, the reason why I know this story is funny to me because the dude who posted the pictures he was a dude on social media who was a troll who was known for constantly tweeting on social media how much he loved white women. His whole persona on there was, I love white women. They're so beautiful. They're the milkman, basically. And then he tweeted out the AI Taylor Swift pictures, and the Taylor Swift fans got on his
what
ass.
They call? The Swifties?
The Swifties, I guess. They exposed his address, his real name, his real picture. Turns out he's a Somalian from Canada, all type of stuff.
All the magazines and organic grocery stores had Taylor Swift.
So these pictures are everywhere. It got so bad, Trevor. X or Twitter, when you type in Taylor Swift's name in the search bar, you can't search her name on X. The power of a white woman. You can't
Natalie Holloway.
Natalie Holloway. You can't even search her name on Twitter no more. Oh, Somalian milkman. Yeah, he was a Somalian milkman, and he loved white women so much, and that's the very group that's taking him down right now.
Good.
White women. It's hilarious.
Judgment. Instantly. Judgment.
It's just a poetic justice. You can make anything with AI. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not going to show none of the pictures because they are not playing. It was nothing nude, by the way. There was nothing super lewd. Well, it was lewd, but it was no nudity. It was just pictures showing her in like scantily clad, like bikini or something. So yeah. So Taylor Swift, Joe Biden, dead kids, fake AI content floods in. This got so big that the White House is talking about it. You have Israel bombing children,
Palestinians.
You have a war going on
in Taylor Swift
and Ukraine, but you're talking about Taylor Swift. You have homelessness.
Yeah.
The economy. You have you're talking about Congress need to do something about Taylor Swift in this situation with AI. Now there is a bright side of this. There's always a silver lining. If anybody felt like AI was moving too fast and you're giving AI to the public was a bad idea, you're not going to see it get regulated now. These websites that allow you to just type anything in and get a picture, they're going to be regulated. Certain things you type in is going to be banned. You can't look up, can't create certain images. Now, I agree with so-and-so said earlier. This tells me that they're doing this there's some sickos probably doing this with children.
I'm sure it's out there on the dark web.
So to all the people who are posting their kid on the internet, they're probably using your kid's picture to create lewd images.
True.
It's a whole nother nasty situation.
Nasty.
So let me go ahead and move forward. Lil Wayne says Drake gets hated on for being light-skinned.
This some fucking bullshit. You know I'm tired of this shit. Biracial people are not light-skinned. They are biracial people. Light skin is just it's just black. You just happen to be a lighter brown. Stop confusing biracial people with light-skinned people. We're sick of it.
They say don't do AI apps or them image challenges. Certain AI will be the Satan back.
Project Bluebeam.
This is so childish.
Like this is fucking crazy. Talking about
come on, bruh.
Lil Wayne, how would you know? Don't you be under a damn rock? You said ain't no racism, ain't shit. According to you.
I just showed that to say, come on, Lil.
Talking about Drake getting hate on because he light skinned. No, he's a pop artist, nigga.
Houston's viral brick lady surrenders amidst scandal for fraudulent GoFundMe campaign. Shout out to the scammers.
The brick lady, who some think is built like a brick house inside of a warehouse.
Inside of a warehouse. So she turned herself in. I think she got her on bond for like $10K or whatever. So she like, I got the money. Ain't shit. Look at her saying, did AI star servant.
Satan servant.
Satan servant. But got anything on this? Anything else? We don't talk about this.
Man, I'm done with the brick lady. Lock her ass up.
There's gonna be some more stuff coming from this, I'm sure. Because if you caught it with one scam, that's one thing about scammers. If you catch them with one scam, there's always another scam they was doing that you didn't know about.
A web of scams.
It's a web of them always. All right. A few weeks ago, I made a comment to Travis that in a good church, people get kicked out.
Scamming us though.
That people get kicked out when it's a good church if somebody in the church is doing something that is against the moral. Well, quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. Hey,
Travis saying that because Brick Lady didn't swallow him like
TD Diddy.
Only you would know that, George.
So I'm gonna show this right quick. This woman was kicked out of her church because she didn't go along.
Was it the dress code?
No, it wasn't a dress code. Oh, you didn't see this yet?
No, I didn't. I wanted to wait.
Let me show you. This is from 2022. Look at this. Dear Brooke,
the letter is nigga.
The letter to inform you that it was unanimously decided on our February 9th business conference that your membership in our church should be terminated. Since you refused to accept the letter as we sent it in November that outlined the reasons for this action, I will briefly review them here. You initiated a separation in your marriage to Josh without good cause, stating that you wanted to begin a relationship with another man. It seems you have no desire to keep your family together, and this has caused a great deal of hurt to you, your husband, your children, and many others. This is being unfaithful in your marriage vow that you took before God. You have continued to post many unchristian and even indecent pictures and messages on various social media sites over the past many months. You have also been very negative and critical of others in our church family. I believe to try and take attention off your real needs, which you deny. You have refused counsel or advice from your husband, your pastor, and many other close church family who really care for you and have tried to help you. Brooke, contrary to what you try to convince us,
accountability.
You are not really a very good place right now. Brooke, taking this action was not an easy thing for the church to do. There have been many prayers said for you and your family over the past year plus. There was a great deal of sadness in our meeting over having to do this. You and your family have been a very important part of our church for many years, and I know that we still love each of you very much. We are hoping that God will show you his will in all this, and that you will also desire to do his will. Please let us know if that happens.
Uncle, please let this count. Uncle, please let's count the ways. I applaud this.
Now look, they didn't just kick her out. They gave her back her tithe money.
I agree. It should be done more. Brooke sounds like white lady name, respectfully.
Well, this is a hand right here. That's a brownish hand.
That look like a.
Now, do you agree?
4 layers of accountability.
Do you agree with someone being kicked out of church for a divorce or separation and not willing to work to fix the marriage, quote unquote?
I think that's kind of. I mean, I can understand them saying in the chat accountability, but you can't force somebody to be together that don't want to be together. Maybe they feel like it can't be reconciled.
No, the husband still want to be with his wife.
Well, maybe. So you're gonna force her to go?
It ain't forced. She won't even take counseling. She already got another man.
That's that. Thank you. I was gonna say that.
She moving on.
She done moved on. She don't want to.
I was surprised.
Engage.
I was surprised to see in the comments people saying, "Damn, why they in her business?" It's like, wait, this is the church. They're supposed to, quote unquote, be in her business.
I agree with your thumbnail picture.
Who you?
Vow of God. That's true. It is a vow of God, but can you force somebody to try to reconcile something that they don't feel is reconcilable. I mean,
well, it's the same thing that happened in the scriptures when all the men of God were using the law as a reason why they could divorce their wives if she do anything wrong. And the same reason people doing it now. If you got any sort of what they call it, irreconcilable differences, that's really a reason to get me a divorce. Irreconcilable differences. You're not really giving a reason. You just, I don't want to be together no more.
Irreconcilable. It could be a disagreement on life, culture.
You married me knowing what I believe.
But sometimes people change and they start going into different things, and it's not what it was when you first got married.
And so you leave.
Like what if you're Christian and then somebody ventures out and now they want to be Muslim?
Well, they can't use that.
I'm just using an extreme example like you like to do sometimes.
No, we're using this because they're both Christian.
We know you want to stay on this because you glad you proved me wrong.
I'm proving you wrong. It's an opinion.
This is what y'all niggas
There's no
live
right
for.
and wrong, I don't think.
I watched a video yesterday. Black pastor's side chick tried to attack the wife while service was going on in front of the children, and he said, "Y'all ain't putting me out." So
that was another one story. Remember that story a few years ago of a pastor female who got pregnant?
Look, she said he was also threatening to sue. LOL, shaking my damn head.
I'm gonna sue y'all ass.
The church is weird because at the end of the day, counseling is voluntary, and you can't kick them out unless they're carrying the church harm.
Well, she
causing
did.
the church harm.
They said she was publicly talking crazy about people in the church family. They said that she was not willing to actually have counsel with anybody. So, yeah.
Why would you want to go to the same church as your ex?
That's
Church
a good
supposed to stand with God, Jesus, Allah, or Voodoo, Republicans, Democratic, Independents.
Also keep
because Kiefer, she might get lonely.
Oh Lord. Now, why we want to go to the church?
You have to go.
That's another thing. They had told her months in advance, "Don't come back here." They kept trying to give her the letter, and she kept denying the letter, wouldn't take it.
Cause she's done.
No, she's still going to the church. They keep telling her, "Don't come here." And she's still going.
What they gonna have the police put out?
And then she talking shit about the people in the church. Why she going there and don't want to be with her husband?
Well, what is she saying about the church?
Well, we don't know the actual.
She
details.
refused to follow the laws.
See? And I know you agree with that. Anyway, people get kicked out of church. That was just all I was proving. It happens all the time too. All right.
You know the church has favoritism.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if
the church has favoritism.
I wouldn't be surprised if the dude is like the son or the
let's
nephew.
Be clear on that shit.
Or the pastor or something. I wouldn't be surprised. They just don't want her there no more.
Shit, he might be trying to bring somebody else in there now.
Well, she already got hers, so she don't care. She done moved on. She up the road.
Said, thank you.
All right. Texas superintendent defends suspending black student over Locs hairstyle in full page ad. Being American requires conformity.
Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated.
Okay. The superintendent came out and defended them suspending the black student over the Locs. And his whole point was, as you can see in the quotes, that being American requires conformity, which means, well, what are you conforming to?
It seems like black people are the only people that have to conform.
But I'm saying, what are you conforming to? A standard, right?
Yes.
Well, who set the standard?
White people.
So you're saying that if you want to be in America, you need to conform to American standard, which is white standard.
Which is whatever we believe is the standard.
So he's talking about integration. You need to integrate yourself into the norms that we allow. Right?
I know of a single woman who slept with several married deacons. They got to stay, but she had to go. Cults versus church.
They would have called her a Jezebel and a seductress.
I'm going to tell you what they said. They're saying that she caused the disruption in the church.
Yeah.
Because she's the one that is sleeping with these married men. She's supposed to,
Modesty.
not come in and entice these men because they are servants of the Lord. So in that case, they should have put her ass out.
What's that song? What's that song with the woman was singing about? I'm gonna take a clean up woman.
Betty Wright.
Clean
is
up
it
woman.
Betty Wright?
I don't know if it's Betty Wright. Clean up woman is a whole story. So community push.
Regina, she wasn't giving it up on a consistent basis.
All right, so let's think about this. This story been going on for a while now.
Double standards, Travis. Nothing but a cult. Shit was actually. No, listen. Now, we could say the deacons were wrong. They are married men sleeping around with this single woman.
Yeah.
However, she should not be coming in trying to entice the deacons.
Yeah, I mean, if you sleep with multiple deacons, you kind of was going
She's
after
coming
them.
in with a disruptive spirit.
You ain't coming in there. You ain't get bamboozled. You went in there looking for some. You trying to take somebody's man. Let's be honest. You trying to take somebody's man.
That's exactly what she was doing.
Multiple deacons.
She was being a concubine for the deacons, pretty much.
That ain't a concubine.
They were just getting their shit off on her.
Now, that ain't a concubine. She was being a player.
How she was?
She had them running around messing up their marriage.
The player got played because they put her ass out. Now she got to go to the next church and be disruptive.
She'll go to another church and do the same
And let's keep it a buck. She could have been a witch.
That's true.
Seeking out men of the Lord
to
to cause disruption in the church.
Might have been sex magic.
Damn right, call it.
We were just talking about that earlier with Kanye West, and Kanye West is a practicer of sex magic, which is why every woman he dates, he pushed them as a whore. He celebrated Kim's whoredom the same way he's doing with the woman he's with now. So,
well, maybe that's why he's not with a black woman, because he doesn't want the black women to have that whorish image out here he likes to push.
Maybe. All right, back to this. This story, what do you think? Quick response.
Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Brilliantly Flawed said it for you.
We know that part. What do you think about the superintendent coming out standing on it? Like, no, conform.
Sue their ass if you can.
Well, they could. This is still going on, so I don't know how much they got power they got to go forward.
Sue their ass if you can. If you can't sue them, you got to go to another school.
So all right, let me show you this. You didn't see this yet, have you either?
Crown Act Willie Lynch. He should style it as a mullet. Well, you got some niggas out here doing that shit now, so don't be surprised when you see it.
Mullet?
George looked like he would wear a mullet for sure.
Oh, George.
No, I ain't saying nothing.
You gonna say nothing?
Nothing, no.
What was the song?
I always keep my armor.
What was the song?
No, I'm not ready.
Okay.
Don't try to,
Go ahead.
This ongoing story with this young man and his locks and American conformity is nonsense. The story and the 12-year-old boy getting arrested for public peeing infuriates me. It infuriates me.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
They did that. They tried to make that little boy come in and do a piss test. Like, you got to come, like he's a fucking
criminal,
30-year-old man on probation, and he got to come in here and piss to make sure, he doesn't have any drugs in his system. Now that is fucking crazy.
That was crazy.
And it took that for the mother to say, "Oh, this is way too much.
Let's not go through with this. Let's get a lawyer." Okay.
It's literally rinse and repeat every 12 weeks.
Yep. America is racist. Well, according to what's her name, Nikki Haley, America was never racist, but then she said she got picked on for being brown. So, yeah. All right, let's show this.
You know about these elite exclusive clubs made specifically for the
And TikTok, I don't have a TikTok. But every time I find one of these videos and it's on TikTok, I'm like, okay, I get why people be on TikTok a lot. When you see that this stuff is on there, you kind of understand.
Sup, Travis? You want to get on the mic and talk about this on ScreenYard? What we got to talk about?
Descendants of white colonizers. So what I'm about to tell you might piss you off, but I think you deserve to know about something called lineage organizations, because they really expose the hypocrisy of the whole anti-DEI, slavery was so long ago, we need to return to a meritocracy crowd of white Americans. Because last time I checked, getting into elite societies based on your great-great-great-great-great-grandparents' decision to colonize the United States isn't meritocratic. So let's talk about it. So lineage organizations or hereditary societies are social clubs where the proven descendants of certain historical groups meet, have these huge events, and carry out various projects throughout the country. But the historical groups in question are usually just the forefathers of white elites.
Now, they doing their lineage too. This is why I always say with black people, we don't really go in their spaces and see what they're doing. We always looking at it from the outside and worried about how it affect us. I've seen plenty of spaces, clubhouse, live streams where they're talking about something that's based on black people, and it'd be a bunch of white, Hispanic, Asians sitting there just listening. What y'all talking about? They checking their lineage out too. They're trying to find out who they are, where they go back to, what their family lineage is. So they ain't just one side.
For example, there's a Mayflower Society, which was founded in 1897 and requires direct proof of lineage from one of the passengers of the Mayflower that arrived in Plymouth, Massachusetts. And these organizations have both internal and external power. Daughters of the American Revolution, for example,
shout out to
is
Mama
open to women who
Pam.
can prove their direct lineage to
Mama Pam.
What's she selling?
Oh, here we go. Please.
Big Mama, your arm. Mama Pam in here selling pig feet for $5.
George, what's up, Pam?
Anybody want to have a heart attack?
George say, "What's up, Pam?" We not buying.
Big Mama, your arm. Give me some butter, baby. You don't need butter, you need ice.
Okay, y'all make sure that they don't put nothing crazy in the chat. Okay.
People who fought in the American Revolutionary War, and in it were people like former First Lady Laura Bush, suffragist Susan B. Anthony, and Senator Tammy Duckworth. And last but not least in this video, we have the United Daughters of the Confederacy, which you get into if your ancestors fought for the South in the Civil War. And as you can see here, they were hugely responsible for erecting Confederate monuments throughout the country and pushing the lost cause myth that the Civil War was about states' rights and not the preservation of the racist system of slavery. And there are like 300 others that exist. So even though many Americans still deny that the same racist power structures that created the country have any bearing on today, lineage organizations are perhaps the most in-your-face display that in actuality, people are still reaping the benefits of their white supremacist ancestors in the most explicit way possible. But did you know about these? Let me know in the comments and follow for more.
What do you think about that? These white lineage organizations that are only for people who were, whose parents were taking over other countries and such.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's basically like it's obviously a secret society type thing.
Probably so.
Oh, it is.
Okay. All of us wasn't slaves. Pay us for those
that were. All right. Survey at Florida Air Force Base discovers 121 potential
It's
graves.
difficult to listen to dudes with moist voices no matter what they're saying.
Survey at Florida Air Force Base.
Shout out to George.
What?
This is the article George had.
Oh, yeah, George. This is the article George put out. Well, it was a video on Facebook. Yeah, survey at Florida Air Force Base discovers 121 potential graves related to segregation-era black cemetery. There's a whole bunch of stories of these cemeteries being covered up with buildings and such, where they just buy the land, don't care that it's a grave, and just build over it like it's nothing.
Because it's black people.
It's crazy. But I also want to say, remember, in the good book, it tells you, in the last days, the earth will open up and reveal and speak.
And it's opening up and it's revealing itself.
So,
thanks, y'all. Much love.
So just know that in the coming years, you're going to see a lot more information come out of the quote-unquote ground. So let's see. But, yeah, anyway. Same thing happened with Alabama, I think. They had one of those situations. All right, canceling student loan debt for black borrowers is a form of reparations.
To bullshit?
Says NAACP.
Age of Aquarius.
Yep, here's why. As the push for reparations for black Americans gains momentum in some states and cities, dozens of organizations urge the White House to forgive loans for people of color. Is that a form of reparations?
No. We want cash payments.
Is it? Cash or nothing?
You damn right.
Well, NAACP is saying that they'll take.
And then it's for people of color. It's not specific to descendants of slaves.
Yeah, so they're saying they'll take it.
Well,
what are we gonna do? Are we gonna let them
have
be
people that'll take anything? George will take this.
Are we gonna let them be the voice for us?
I'm sure George does not have a problem with that.
Okay. All right, let's see what the NAACP. Speaking of NAACP,
NAACP is a sham fraud.
They released a video for the community.
It's one
where they're speaking about the things they want to do to help their community and build up and all this other stuff. Have you watched it yet?
No, I waited.
So this is the NAACP video for the community.
It's one thing to thrive, but it's another thing to do it for us. What does it mean to be black and thriving? It means basking in our culture, our unique influence, our rhythm of joy. It means celebrating our community, our alma maters, our villages of pride and excellence. It means taking center stage, painting the town black, setting the standard on what it takes to be bold, talented, and revered. It means putting Black America first. No need for beginner's luck.
Now you see it says Black America first.
We've been doing this for culture, for community. We stand in the gap. We stand firm in our contributions, past and present. We advocate. We represent. We recognize. And when we vote and vote and vote again to make democracy work for Black America. And we make that happen because of you, because of us, because of them. We make good happen for culture, for community.
Now they say that, but when you actually go to the actual thing,
this is the president.
It says, lastly, the NAACP is not a Black organization. Many have this misconception. White people were at the table when the organization was founded. Historically and factually speaking, the national NAACP and the local branches fight to preserve and protect civil rights for all people. So how the hell is it a Black organization? How are they for Black? What the hell going on? All right.
Put Black America first. Boule classism.
Okay.
I mean classes. NAACP is a hoax. At the same time, they tell you college isn't necessary. The lies play the United Negro commercial where the dude got left on the bus. Stop. Hilarious.
All right. We can just go move on to the next part.
National Coon accepted Anglo people.
Boston announces reparations task force that will study.
I don't want to talk about this shit no more. I'm tired of a fucking study. God damn.
And this
is Mystery Man City, by the way, Boston.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about this, what? Like 8 months ago?
Well, I guess they're just now making it a thing.
They're just now doing this shit.
All this research, money ever spent could have been reparations money.
The traitor hurts worse than the enemy.
Okay. All right. NYC bound flight. Passengers notice missing bolts on plane wing. What the hell is going on with the planes?
I told you what my theory is, and that's why I refuse to get on a plane.
Like all these stories
bolts
now,
and shit coming off the plane,
doors being open, flying
they
open.
Putting people out of mental asylums on damn planes to open up fucking planes to make your ass fly out the damn plane. I'm not getting on one.
Study these balls.
We're at war. We are at war.
What the hell is going on with the planes, y'all? I mean, hey,
I'm not getting on a plane. I'm getting on a Greyhound. Where they got rats, roaches, and bed bugs. That's where you would see me.
On the bus? Greyhound? Hell
I'm
no.
getting on a damn Greyhound.
Hell no. Alaska.
Oh, so you getting on the plane?
Greyhound? People get stabbed on.
Okay,
people get stabbed
and down.
Hold on. We've seen stories on the Greyhound. People get stabbed, beat up, robbed. It be rats and roaches.
I got a chance to survive though.
It's rats and roaches on the bus.
We visit family members that got that shit, so that ain't nothing new. We can fight off roaches and rats and shit. What are you talking about here?
All right.
I know a dude who fuels planes. They be smoking, drinking, and fighting. Turnover rate. You talking about employment?
Hey, Duke don't be pussy man up, ride ho. Hey, I don't know, man, about the bus. All right, Alaska Airlines CEO found many loose bolts on our MAX 9 planes following near disaster. I'm angry, he said. This happened to Alaska Airlines. It happens to our guests and happened to our people. All these. Now, another thing I want to say is sell the news. This is called things are lost in the script. So what are they really saying? Why are they creating
the plug?
Why would Alaska Airlines CEO come out? Obviously, this is a story now because all these companies it's being revealed that all these planes are really not properly done.
They're saying that, but they're also saying they're hiring people who are not white certified.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're downgrading their employees.
No, we're not talking about. We're gonna get to that. What you talking about? The flyer. We talking about the people who are building the plane. Why would you come out and say, "Hey, our planes is messed up"? You try to.
Is it?
I'm just saying.
Are they trying? You trying to say they're trying to scare people from getting on planes?
I don't know if that's the purpose, but there's some reason they're putting the headlines like this out. And when you get to this right here, it says, "This is from a couple years ago." Boeing 737 Max software outsourced to $9 an hour engineers. Just recently,
$9 an hour.
$9 an hour to make the plane. Now look at this.
That's crazy.
This is just as recent. Greg Abbott, he's in India doing a tech deal. Texas and India are both a home to a thriving technology industry. Great to visit HCL Tech headquarters today to discuss expanding their presence in Texas. Why is Texas outsourcing and doing business with?
Hold on.
India?
Your life is in their hands when you're on that plane. All systems are going down. Shit's over. He's trying to get ahead of the scandal to come. I agree with that. Look at his hands. Freemason hand sign. God damn it.
Now I want to say this.
I was going to say that. Yeah, look at the hands.
We've been 2 years ago. Travis got in an argument with me on here about me saying that the infrastructure of America is terrible. Let me finish before you start huffing and puffing. I said the infrastructure of America is terrible, and most of the stuff they use is from the 60s, really from the 50s and 60s. The trains, the railroad, all this stuff is old. The buses is all from the 80s. It's old. Our transportation, our infrastructure is terrible. The roads is terrible. The bridges is barely working. This is kind of further proof that the entire society is falling apart when planes are being admitted to be just barely working.
Companies are just trying to find cheaper outlets and save money.
That's the same thing they did with the roads, the buses, the trains. At some point, they don't want to spend money on
trains. Trains stretching miles and miles and miles. You have to wait 10 minutes for a damn train.
Because they don't want
anybody been to Kent, Washington, and you're trying to wait for a train to pass, and you're sitting there for fucking 10, 15 minutes. A train is not supposed to be going that long.
But you didn't want to agree.
Leave America alone. Any press is good press, and the merger between Spirit and JetBlue Airlines fell through. Now, you remember when we were watching a YouTube video and a guy did a comparison on 3 of the cheapest airlines, and Spirit happened to be one of them, but he said it was the best. Mm-hmm. And they try to paint Spirit as soul plane type
Spirit
airline.
They push Spirit as for broke people.
He said it's the best out of the brokest airlines there are, though.
Out of the cheapest,
the wheelchair guy is a high ranking. Black and white checkerboard floor. Can't believe they're all doing the Masonic signal.
Yeah, it's all in your face.
They don't care about your life, but they will save and collect that money.
They want the coins.
Facts on code and who starts off first in chess. It's fascinating how much those hand signs show up everywhere. Sheesh.
But when you point it out, you just crazy.
Because they don't give a damn no more.
It's like, you're not going to convince me that everybody who take a picture need to cover their eye, need to hold their hand in a certain way. You're not going to convince me that just a pose.
You can't unnotice it. You can't unsee it once you notice it. That's true. I would ride on a Negro back before I fly bike.
Turn into a rickshaw. You'll use a rickshaw before you use Spirit, huh? All right. Charlie Kirk. He said, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Now, they pivoted now. They were on critical race theory. Then they were on affirmative action. Now they're on DEI. So he's saying that if he saw a black pilot, he would wonder if the person is qualified to be a pilot.
You know why he's wondering?
Because, yeah. He's saying that black people
aren't. But niggas say that too.
No, I've heard
black people say, I don't want no black doctor.
No, I didn't hear. Yeah, I have heard that. I have heard that.
Negro people say that about their own people.
Who was it that made a joke? They was like, if I got on the plane and saw a black woman as the pilot.
I'm getting off that motherfucker.
Who was that?
They said it in an article. Their article, he's going to say he don't want to have a black lesbian pilot. He would question it.
Keep in mind, this is another one of these people.
Again, nonsense burger.
Yeah,
nonsense burger regarding.
This is another person who says stuff for headlines, purposely try to offend the shock jock.
Yeah, attention seeking.
Yeah, anger baiting. We know what he's doing.
Nonsense burger,
and that's why
burger is priceless.
I think this United story and the DEI story hits so hard because We've all been in the back of a plane when the turbulence hits or when you're flying through a storm and you're like, I'm so glad I saw the guy with the right stuff and the square jaw get into the cockpit before we took off. And I feel better now thinking about that.
No, I mean, like, you want to go thought crime? Like, I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Well, that's the you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have done that before.
That's not an immediate.
No, you wouldn't have done that before.
That's not who I am. That's not what I believe.
You wouldn't have. They did it. They did it in the 1800s, 1920s, 1930s, 1940s. Nigga, there's been way more unqualified people. There's a whole thing going on where they say black people should be allowed to be mediocre because in a lot of these situations, the black person has to be two, three times better than the people around.
And they
them.
did a study where it was white felons versus college-educated black men, and they still went and called back the white felons because they like, we don't fuck with you.
So this notion that black people can be mediocre at what they, it's just insanely stupid. This is why, as much as we go against people like Tyler Perry and all these other writers and directors in black movies and TV, you have to be. We have to be kind of okay with somebody being allowed to be mediocre.
Well, DUI was not for us. Well, DEI is DIE for them. Die.
There's way more unqualified white people than black people doing something. Like, that's just crazy.
America is racist.
It's insanity. But you know, when he sees that pilot get on the plane with his what's it called? Damn, his tie slightly removed from his neck, and like he been sweating because he been drinking liquor the whole time he was waiting for the plane. The damn pilot. We hear stories about pilots getting drunk, getting on the plane to fly, and passing out while they flying.
What the hell are we watching? Those talking heads, are they for real? I'm questioning, what did I just see? Neanderthals, aliens, what is it?
No, I want quality over opportunity. I'm just saying. There are stories about, there was a story that just recently happened of a pilot who admitted that he was high as hell, got on the plane, went to sleep off his high so he can get up and finish flying. He put the plane on autopilot. He got fired, but did he? Anyway.
Why make an article saying the researchers find ratings based on black, Latino, Asian, blah, blah, blah.
But the whole story.
The whole article is really revolving around the U.S.-born black.
Exactly.
So why include them? Why not just make the article about the U.S.-born black doctors because they suffer the most?
And what he's talking about, this goes directly against this DEI thing being such a big deal. It says here in a Harvard study, ratings bias declined for young doctors after a new review system was adopted. But the only people who was affected by this, as Travis just said, was the U.S.-born doctors. Researchers find rating bias against black, Latino, Asian internal medicine residents declined, but gains were smallest for U.S.-born black doctors. So whenever people go to the hospital, if they hear an accent on their doctor and they black, they're okay. But when they hear a nigga from where they from talking like, hey, man,
She said, if I see a black pilot in the airport, I assume he is the best in the building because there ain't no way they let him pass school without him knowing what the fuck he was doing.
Exactly. He got all his hours in. He got every last hour in.
If he white, you would know he still got his job. Want to go down a rabbit hole? Research Aaliyah's pilot. That was crazy.
Rumor has it, well, we all died in 2012. Go ahead.
Oh, well, if rumor has it that we all died in 2012, this would be like that show on Netflix. What's it called? What's the show on Netflix, y'all?
The play,
where they die on the plane and then they come back 4 years later.
Hold on.
How the fuck we forgetting them shows? Rumor has it that we all died in 2012 and now we're in the form of hell. I'm starting to wonder if possible. Too many weirdos saying nothing, talking loud, while looking weird.
It was called Manifest.
Manifest. Sure, it was George.
You see this one?
How do I excuse it? Yeah, I saw that.
It's a scammer.
He said
Jesus told him to do it.
Jesus told him to do it.
Colorado pastor accused of pocketing $1.3 million in crypto scheme says, Lord told us to. More than 300 people bought Index Coin, a cryptocurrency created by the pastor and marketed through his online church, which was deemed illiquid and practically worthless. What'd you give?
The Lord told him to do it. You know what? He had already been to prison for scamming, and then at 22 he became a pastor. And then him and his wife just got together and started scamming people.
So this was the loan kind.
But you know, this is what they do to people in religion. Like we talk about the black church. Scamming people for their money based off of their religion.
Yeah, the beliefs.
That's why you can't be trusted. And he's an online pastor. You ain't never met this man a day in your life, and you giving him money.
A Colorado-based pastor from an online church accused of pocketing $1.3 million through cryptocurrency fraud scheme told followers in the video statement the Lord told him to do it. Eli Regaldo and his wife marketed their cryptocurrency to Christian communities in Denver, saying God told the people would become wealthy if they invested, the Colorado Division of Security said in a statement Thursday. The coin raised nearly $3.2 million, and Security Division said at least $1.3 million of that went directly to him or was used for his own personal benefit, said a complaint filed Tuesday in Denver County District Court. He could not be reached for comment. In a video statement his followers last week, he said that the charges that they pocketed $1.3 million are true. So he came out and admitted it. Out of the $1.3 million, $500,000 went to the IRS, and a few $100,000 went to our home remodeled. The Lord told us to do. He said in the video. Let me tell you something. What would be your reaction if you found out your pastor was scamming the whole church and scammed you in the process? Would violence be an immediate reaction, or would you just try to get your money back with this lawsuit?
I would just try to get. Well, in this instance, because he's online and you can't get a hold to his ass.
Oh, he in the area.
You would have to seek to get your money back, be compensated for your money.
Lord have mercy.
The black church is Prince Hall Masons.
That's kind of true, yeah. Most of them definitely is a part of that class. But I mean, as far as with this, more than likely the people he scammed were older people who probably don't know much about cryptocurrency anyway.
They online though.
What
if you
mean?
know how to get online, I'm pretty sure you.
What?
A lot of these older people don't know how to get online.
We in 2024, most of the people know how to get online now.
Not everybody.
They do. It's very few people in this country right now that have internet access that don't know how to get online. They had to move with the times at some point. Let's be honest.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, next story. Okay.
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. said he back in the game. Stephen A. been trying to get a headline too. I ain't missing it ever since.
Trying to get Shannon Sharp.
Ever since Shannon Sharp went viral, you've been trying to get a headline the last 2-3 weeks, Stephen A. Well, no question. But anyway, Stephen A. Smith, absolute disgrace that Dems begging and aging Biden to run against Trump. He also said that he would cook Trump alive in a debate. I think Trump
He said an octogenarian should not be running for president.
Stephen A. Smith is calling out Democrats for relying on the, what's that word you said?
Octogenarian.
Such as President Biden to beat former President Trump in the ballot box, and it's absolute disgrace.
I think that's somebody that's 70 to 79.
Okay. It's an absolute disgrace on part of the Democratic Party, Democrats, liberals, progressives, and you're begging an 82-year-old man to run for re-election, Smith said on Tuesday interview with SiriusXM's The Howard Stern Show. What the hell have you been doing?
Stephen A. Smith is a Republican. I thought he was a Republican too.
Yeah, he is. He tries to now push this whole I'm not either party, but he's in 2016 he told people vote Trump basically. Then he stepped back when he realized how much people didn't like him, or some people.
Is Stephen A. broke? Why does he keep jumping on these bandwagons? For money?
No, he's not broke, but I do think keep in mind he's starting his own network, not network, but he's starting his own show now. His one that he's backing, he's paying for. He's no longer, well, he is still with ESPN, but his own podcast or show, he completely controls it. So he's trying to bring he's trying to bring as much attention as possible to his platform. He's going everywhere to do an interview. He's getting as many headlines as he can get. So we'll see. What have you been doing in the year 2024? You have to rely on an 82-year-old to beat a 78-year-old man with 4 indictments, 91 counts against him. How the hell are we sitting here in the year 2024 and that's what you need in order to beat him? Not Nikki Haley, not Chris Christie, not even Ron DeSantis. No, you need an 18-year-old man to run for re-election because you could not come up, or over the span of the last 6-7 years, you can come up with a candidate that's more capable of beating Donald Trump. I think it is the ultimate indictment against the Democratic Party. I think that they have dropped the ball on a litany of issues, which are things I've told some of to their face. Smith, who described himself as an independent, he said.
No, read it. I want you to read it.
What?
Look how she spelled it.
Sassy wants attention.
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith. Sassy wants attention. Yeah, I think he wants some headlines, but is he lying though? Do you disagree?
I don't disagree with what he said. I mean, I can't even give that opinion because they known for rigging shit allegedly. So I can't say there's no way that Joe Biden is going to lose to Trump.
I want to say so bad as no way, but we saw 2020. So it's just like, all right.
I actually agree with Stephen A. Smith in this. The Dems have miscalculated. Do y'all think Michelle Obama would win if she got in the race right now?
You've been asking that question for 6 years.
I don't think she would win.
I think she would watch.
I don't think she would win.
I think she would watch Trump. Another question I would ask is, do we think that the hate that people have for Trump is still stronger?
Gordon said no.
Do we think the hate people have for Trump is still stronger than the hate people have for Biden? The polls say one thing, but when we talk about voting, people vote on this.
Michael?
People will not vote for somebody just because they don't like them. Can he really beat Biden at this point?
No. I mean, yes, Biden can be beaten, yes. I think, like I said, shit is known to be rigged. I want to see them pregnant pics of Michael. Well, there's AI now, so they can make shit look real.
Here's the Biden hopes to quiet concerns about his standing with black voters. This is one state they have their eyes on, and is one that doesn't matter in the general. Joe Biden, in all but certain to win, and win big in the first sanctioned Democratic primary in South Carolina early February, but the president's aides and allies increasingly view the contest as a crucial opportunity to quiet critics by demonstrating enthusiasm amongst black voters. A major portion of the Democratic electorate there in the bloc with whom Biden is struggling. They responded by paying lavish, excessive, per some Democrats, attention to the state. Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris have appeared in South Carolina 4 times alone this month. The Biden campaign announced on the ground inside South Carolina way back in early December, before general election battleground states and their own permanent staffers. A slew of surrogates have stomped there recently, and the campaign is investing 6 figures to pay advertising in South Carolina, including the television and black radio
I
stations.
agree with On Code 24/7. It's nobody out there to vote for.
It ain't.
There's nobody.
I mean, you look across the entire scale. Like, I wouldn't vote for Cornel West. I wouldn't vote for John F. Kennedy Jr.
I agree. And Regina said, in the dark web streets, rumor has it that Trump was the last president. Well, did we talk about, you didn't talk about Greg Abbott with the razors.
We're getting to that.
Okay. So I'll save it for that.
We're getting to that soon.
Root work is voodoo. Can't be white magic, herbalist, or healer. Makes sense, Rajuba. Vote for D's. If D's win, I promise you.
Okay, George. By the way, didn't they vote for the monkey in 2016?
Malcolm X said it best. Republicans are wolves and the Dems are foxes, and we are the sheep.
Yeah, it definitely is. White House first chief diversity officer to leave the Biden administration. A White House official described one of Michael Leach's most significant achievements as helping staff up the most diverse administration in history. Well, when I look up this damn staff, it's mainly tiny hats. So how's it diverse?
Is that all he been hiring?
But the dude who's the chief diversity officer,
is also this.
He leaving.
Yeah, and they said he worked closely with Biden.
So are they hiring another one, or are they getting rid of this position in general? They only created it just now, I would imagine.
Oh, they did the same thing that Trump did when he created that position for Omarosa.
Yeah. So we seen Hollywood is getting rid of it. We see these corporations are getting rid of this diversity shit. So now the White House is getting rid of it too.
Is there another example of DEI?
Apparently it is. They created a job just for this nigga. I don't know what to tell you.
What was his job in the White House?
I don't know.
I can't say that because we might get.
Yeah, don't do it. Georgia Senate passes a panel with subpoena power to investigate District Attorney Fani Willis.
Fanny done.
Damn, Fanny.
Fanny been fanning it.
Damn, Fanny.
I'm back.
Damn, Fanny. What's going on, Fanny? She wasn't doing what she's supposed to be doing. Because here's the thing: when you go after some
Fanny
people,
said she was doing what she's supposed to be doing.
When you're going after some people, everything is kind of sweet. When you're going after somebody like Trump, he's an old school, shady businessman. Trump? He's gonna find every inch of dirt he can on you. Look what he did to Nikki Haley. He made that story pop back up of having affairs and stuff.
We all know whites are racist. So why are we still playing a role in their supremacy? Because some niggas love it.
So now they're gonna do an official investigation on her.
Fanny said it was worth it
in a vote. So she probably gonna be taking off the case soon. Then
all these black mayors wilding. That's true.
Now listen to New York Post. Look how they titled this. Look how the New York Post titled this. You
remember Set It Off when after they robbed the bank for the last time and Dr. Dre saw the plane in the air and he was like, "Damn, ain't no way they getting out of that shit." Fanny, ain't no way you getting out of this shit.
Now listen to this title by New York Post. Fanny stands by her man. Atlanta DA cites confidentiality, won't give records on Trump case. It reminds me of that old school movie we used to watch on Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Lou? Was it Lou? Lou, you said you remember you put this chain around. How you said?
You remember when you put this chain around my neck, Lou, and told me I was your woman? Well, Lou,
you're my man.
You're my man. That's a Lifetime classic. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. What's her name? Farrah Fawcett?
Farrah Fawcett, yeah.
Damn right, from Charlie's Angels.
But she's original. So she's standing out with a dude. She's not gonna throw him under the bus. She's trying to protect herself and him. Then you see the Root ask the question to the public. Fani Willis can't make mistakes as a professional black woman, but Trump should be president? Question mark. Trump is nursing 91 felony counts and 4 prosecutions, and he's still a front runner for the White House next year.
Damn right.
So this headline, based off the Root, they all believe that she's guilty of what she's been accused of. Every headline I see about the situation is people saying that you can make mistakes and yada yada yada, comparing her to Trump, which is, if you're supposed to be the more morally more high ground, you're supposed to be against a person like this being in a position of power. If you're supposed to be anti-Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But we know it's not really about Trump. It's not really about the actions he committed. It's just you don't like him. So it is what it is.
That's pretty much it. No, don't try to play your boy now. Don't do that to Tim Scott now.
Shout out to Tim Scott. Tim Scott.
That's fucked up what you're doing to your boy. That's fucked up what you're doing to your boy,
Tim Scott dropped out of the race and immediately endorsed Trump. Good time. All right, we can stop dissing him. Tim Scott dropped out of the race, and he is now kissing up to Trump because he's trying to get that VP offer.
Mm-hmm.
So I just love you. Tim Scott and Donald Trump's other challengers fall in line. Did I even get the clip? I don't know if I got the clip of him saying it. Yeah, I'll play it right here.
A president who understands the American people are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Agents, Lord. Damn.
We need a president who understands the American people.
I didn't even know he sounded like that. He sounded like Dave Chappelle in a skit. He kind of looked like Dave Chappelle as well, by the way. Tim Scott.
Tim Scott like Dave Chappelle?
Like a beefed up, fatter version of
I remember people used to tell me I look like Mush Mouth. Oh, sorry, you had to go through that.
Tough, man.
Tough out here, but everybody looks like something.
Something, not someone.
Something or someone, however you want to say it.
And I guess congratulations to Tim Scott.
What the fuck? Why he sound like that?
Yeah, you see, he changing his voice because he's standing George. He changing his voice because he's standing in front of all those white people and he wanted to be more connected to them. Tim Scott, I guess we should give him.
Is that Julia Roberts? Wow.
Tim Scott got engaged right before the presidential election, I guess.
Look at that. All gums and no teeth.
Look at them. Have you ever been swallowed? Swallowed. So
you gotta put that little quiver in your voice.
This is what gets me, right? It's like, we do know why you did this. You were a single man this whole time. You run for president, and then you get a girlfriend, or you announce a relationship. We'll say that.
Look at the hand.
And right before the presidential election, you get a fiance. Come on, bro.
He wanted a Coretta. Craig Counsel. Tim Scott is a great man, like Jonathan Majors. I see.
You see, alternate MLK is alive, and he got his white wife. So Tim Scott said, "Fuck y'all, I want to live. He don't want no danger. He ain't trying to get shot." Tim said it's hot on them streets.
Living with, being in poverty.
Tim said he ain't want struggle love.
He throwing it up.
Woo, they be talking shit about black men and struggle love.
Them soup coolers. He's soup. I bet his nickname is Timmy.
Timmy Tim.
What up, Timmy Tim?
Man. So he got him a fiance now. He clearly believes that he trying him, Vivek dude, whatever, all them are trying to push for Trump to pick them as the VP. I feel like Trump already chose though. Clearly went through an agency. Yeah, she definitely a hired one. She remind me a lot of Tiger Woods' ex-wife, who was getting passed around as a maid, and then he married her. How the hell you a maid and get anyway? I guess
he found value in that. Where's Honorable Sienna? Their preferences.
All right. But I'm not going to listen to this video. I want to read this headline from CNN. SC Cup. Tim Scott is an example of Trump's emasculation of the GOP.
They're probably in Aspen. That's a good one. Probably are.
Now, you see this? This headline said a lot. Tim Scott is an example of Trump's emasculation of the GOP.
Yeah, when I saw that, yeah.
It's kind of obvious. There was a lot of, to me, as a black man, there was a lot said in that headline that they used. They saying Tim Scott as the example of emasculation in the party. Even though we saw all this other stuff, but this is proof of the emasculation. When a black man is on stage talking like he from down middle white Texas, saying that people tired of being tired, saying that he just love you to a damn white man.
I just love you.
Damn shame what they did to that man.
It's a damn shame what he did to himself. Tim Scott is beta blue pill, says the white liberal.
Hey. All right, we done with him now. Let's move forward. Now, this is a video. Remember the woman in Georgia who was arrested, quote unquote, indicted with Trump? Black woman. I guess you say she's black. She's a MAGA supporter. She put up a GoFundMe to get money for her her case, so she can afford legal help. She's only gotten like $1,000 out of like the $40,000 she needs. So MAGA not even getting behind it. Listen to what this MAGA supporter had to say to her.
Yeah, we're just introducing ourselves. The MAGA people got to stick together. It's one country, one flag. So that's
No. Don't talk about MAGA people, but
the American
that was
people.
a
The American people. But
hold on. Listen, Tropic, you are my co-speaker. You can say whatever you want, but don't you ever tell me like I'm Chase, right?
Okay.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that true? Hashtag
Black Chicago for Trump.
Miss
That's
Trav?
what it says. Hashtag Black Chicago for Trump.
So who's Tropic? Do you know Tropic?
Tropic?
Yeah.
I'm new to this whole Twitter space.
What brought you into space?
I told you I saw my friend was in here, and it showed up at the top of my screen.
And so who's your friend?
Miss Trevian.
Who's your friend?
Miss Trevian.
Okay, so Miss Trevian, what brought her in here?
You gotta ask her.
You?
Mr. Tropic sent me a DM and said that he was going to be in a space.
Mr. Tropic, I say next time, don't ever fucking bring these people in here.
Oh.
I don't want to talk to them
You don't have to
every
talk to me.
Wow.
I have a
I
national
don't.
radio
Nope.
show. I don't
Nope.
have to
I
be in here
don't.
with you.
Nope.
I was just
Nope.
trying to make
We,
a
I
we
don't
point.
follow
but no.
you.
So
Listen,
T
I'll
Ray,
follow
pay attention to
Mr.
this.
Tropic. I don't
Pay
listen.
attention
Hold
to
up.
this because this is
Okay,
so
listen.
unnecessary.
Let Mr.
And
Tropic.
he will
Next
actually
time,
regret this
Oh
let
situation.
yeah.
Mr.
Thank you
Tropic
for
do this
having
stuff.
us and
Listen, slow
goodbye.
it down there,
Goodbye. We don't have
Sailor.
to be here with
Slow
you.
it down
I
there,
have a
Sailor.
national radio
Yeah,
show. Enjoy your
goodbye.
room. Thank you,
Goodbye.
Tropic, for following.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
So this white man bitch said, "Get the hell out of here, niggas."
Go where you're celebrated.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. You said it at the right time. He basically said, "Get your
black ass out of here.
Get your black monkey
Paul
ass
Mooney
out of
said
here."
it best. The N train is always on time.
So you did all this, and this white man said,
"So much for the white hunks."
Craig. Now, she went on to have a back and forth with him where he said, wouldn't it, this is the Chase dude, the white dude that told him to get their nappy-headed asses out of there.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't it have been easier to simply leave my space and join another rather than pulling the race card with only a soundbite and meets your need to create drama? Nothing is ever unprovoked. She said, you call me a nigger and I'll say thank you. Never bothers me. You belligerent ignorance, however, is recorded for all to hear. And once you revealed yourself, we left expeditiously. Reevaluate your life, good sir. Best of luck to you.
Probably will still support.
Oh, they did. She said, I'm still a Trump
And
supporter. Still
going to
MAGA.
support.
It's like, they don't want you around. The dude sounded drunk, though. But you know, they say liquor makes a man honest, so it is what it is. All right, seeing a viral pro Biden TikTok, a PAC might have paid for it. Oh, this is just an article pointing out that Biden has spent, I think, $1 million towards influencers to get online and speak positively about him and his party and vote for him. I'm pretty sure you've seen people across social media making Biden seem like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Those people were paid to do that.
Shit, that bread molded.
FBI and Secret Service are covering up their role in alleged January 6th pipe bomb plot, new evidence suggests. I'm so glad I saw this article. You may not remember this, but I'm pretty sure you do. Remember when the January 6th thing first happened, we talked about it, and they said something about a pipe bomb.
Wasn't that with OC?
No. Yeah, it might have been, she might have been associated with it.
It was with I could have sworn.
AOC.
Because it reminded us of that show on Netflix.
I forgot the name of it. Where the White House got blown up.
Where the White House got blown up, and then he was next in line to be president.
I got into. I know what you're talking about. But the pipe bomb is fake. I remember after this happened, I kept saying, "What about this pipe? Forget the people. Y'all said it was a pipe bomb there. Now they're saying it wasn't real. So I guess that was a part of the plot that they decided not to go along with. They decided to edit that out and not go along with it. Designated survivor. That's it. Designated survivor.
That's it.
So it says video footage shows multiple agencies have lied about the alleged explosive devices and mishandled their investigation. It should have been a national scandal. On January 6, 2021, the day of the Capitol riot, a bomb nearly exploded at the Democratic National Committee headquarters in Washington, D.C., according to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Had it gone off, it would have killed Vice President Kamala Harris, who drove by the alleged bomb. It was in the DNC headquarters when the bomb was discovered. I remember this story, and I kept saying, why is this pipe bomb thing not a bigger deal than them running in the damn building? And it turns out it's because
it never happened.
It was fake. So I'm glad I finally got an end to that, pretty much. And
Clarity.
Now they're saying that the FBI and them are trying to cover it up and not mention it and lie about investigations and stuff. My thinking is maybe the bomb was real and they decided not to do it.
True. That could be it.
If that bomb goes off, we really are looking at this completely different. Forget Trump and all that stuff. We talking about.
I think it was too
martial law.
I think it was too extreme.
Yeah, I think they decided to let's pull back on that. They decided we don't have to kill her because the Kamala Harris was they're like we ain't gotta kill her, but let's just move forward. All right. All right.
This the story.
Greg Abbott declares Texas right to self-defense supersedes federal statutes as he battles Biden admin over razor wire at border. Go ahead.
Did y'all see the video coming out regarding January 6th? And it didn't really look like revolutionary nothing. Folks were calmly walking in while the security was allowing them to.
Yeah, we showed it. What was that, a month ago? We showed the actual video from the website of them just walking around the halls and going on about their business like nothing was happening. Well, this story, as Travis said, is strange. So Biden is sending people to the border to cut the
razor wires,
to allow them to get in.
And I absolutely agree with the state of Texas. They have a right to defend their borders.
It's crazy. Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Wednesday proclaimed that the Lone State Star right to self-defense supersedes any federal statutes. To the contrary,
I agree.
A feud with the Biden administration over border security. So he's now saying, forget that. We're sending the what do they call it? Goddamn, the state, not the what's it called?
They're sending the border patrol.
Yeah,
they're having the border patrol people do it.
And the other, what they call the states, not the state military. What is it called?
The state troopers. What?
No, not. Damn, I forgot the name. Anyway, he's sending people across the state to across the border to defend it. They're ignoring Biden and them, and they're building more razor wire situation. And like, forget you.
It's kind of a good idea.
We're gonna create this so now we can go.
I mean, they're putting it on the top of the fences, and they're just putting it randomly outside, so you can't even like get to
National Guard. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think of
Proud
National
Boy,
Guard.
No Keepers Not, Public Enemy 1. Clinton kill list video out now too.
Now he released a statement, and he told why he was going to do this. He gave the bulletin points of his decision.
Welcome immigrants for 2024 voting. They're probably going to take it down.
We'll see. Now, keep in mind, the Supreme Court is the ones who gave Biden the right or the ability to go and cut the barbed wire. Now, it didn't say that he can't put more barbed wire up. It just said that he's allowed to cut it. So this is what Greg Abbott and a few other states are already starting to go against it. Now, this is getting closer to that civil war we've been talking about because the National
That's what I was
Guard.
about to, when I was gonna make that comment.
Go ahead.
No, it's just, that's the reason why Regina said that on the black webs, that they said that Biden was the last president.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if shit keep going the way that it's going, we know there's already been some animosity between the White House in the state of Texas.
Yeah, the governor, yeah.
And in that show, Jericho,
they're the ones that popped it off.
Texas was the ones that ended up having control.
Yeah.
Because they won the war.
Yeah. So you got a situation where multiple states are now allegedly willing to call in the National Guard. But here's the thing. If I'm not mistaken, the National Guard is still government controlled. So they need to create, this is why in Florida, DeSantis started creating and training a local militia.
Yeah.
DeSantis started training a local militia. He didn't just go with the National Guard. So that's still ran by Biden. Or at least he could take funding away from it. Biden. He could take the funding away from it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably going to have to start a local militia. Or those National Guard members are going to have to flip and
say we're not going to do it.
Now we're talking about a civil war.
We Americans are getting played. I watched a video regarding this, and the math ain't mathing between the headlines and the videos coming out. Because Spanish claim white. Well, they white. Facts, because we're recognizing the BS, and Congress needs new folks to easily manipulate with the lies. Most immigrants are already here in strategic places like the Democratic states, and they're trying to they put them in Arizona too.
Mm-hmm.
Civil War movie coming soon. Texas and California teaming up.
Hold on. It's funny because right now we see what's going on with Palestine and Hamas, and you see that movie getting released called Origin. If you see a movie about a civil war in the next year, predictive programming is all I'm saying. All right, understand.
So what are the Negroes going to do? Are they going to stay in their places, or are they going to migrate?
Well, we supposed to watch. Worry about ourselves.
No, I'm talking about, are we going to go back to the South? Or are we going to stay put where we are if shit pop off?
Well, you just don't want to be in cities. I don't know what part you're going to be in, but just don't be in cities.
In the videos, the guards on the end were just letting folks come across, while laughing at the other end, the guards were being more
we saw
aggressive.
the video where the dude was bringing them through the hole, the Mexican dude, what they call him, the person who brings people along, the smuggler, and he just shrugged his shoulders at the end like, hey man, it is what it is. walked off.
Nobody's here.
All right, understanding the Supreme Court's ruling on razor wire at the Texas-Mexican border, we already talked about that. They allowed them to cut the wire. Border standoff between Texas Fed intensifies as governor defines Supreme Court.
Look at that shit.
Ruling.
Look at the wire. Like he had that shit nicely.
you
can't even get to the fence to get over the barbed wires.
Because if you just put it on top, I'm gonna throw a damn rug over it and just climb it.
But you can't do that. You gotta. How you gonna get through that?
You gotta take time to click through that.
Man, they'll get cut the fuck up.
Go ahead.
The determining factor is you buy into their fake reality, like getting the jab.
That's true. Virginia said it looks staged. Yeah. It looks like they're letting them through. And then they're making it's crazy because if you look at Texas, they're complaining about all these immigrants coming into Texas, and then you're sending them deeper into the country, which is New York, Chicago, DC, Arizona. You're sending them deeper into the country.
Police, military, and FBI and the insurrection.
And then you're sending them to black areas.
Yeah.
On purpose.
So
it seems like the Republicans are just doing the Democrats' dirty work.
Places.
It seems like the Republicans are just doing the Democrats' dirty work, though. But anyway, GOP governors have already sent troops to Texas amid Civil War fears. So you see in the headlines is already there with Newsweek. Let's keep going. Meet the Black Chicago Democrats. I'm sorry. Let me just redo this one. Meet the Black Chicago Democrats who sued progressive Mayor Brendan Johnson for housing migrants in park that's crown jewel of their community and won. So they stopped the shelters from being built and being used for migrants. But now you have landlords of buildings that are empty allowing the migrants to just move in because apparently it's so cold. You know, you knew you were coming to Chicago.
I've said that so many times. Y'all going to places that you know is cold. That don't make no sense. Go somewhere where it's hot. Two wings of the same bird. Our granny used to say, the pooped under the same cover.
All right. Hold on. Okay, we back. I'm making sure. All right. So that's going to videos now. What's going on in Chicago? As you can see.
Check this shit out. Y'all, they is moving furniture up in here now. Like they got furniture. They got, oh yeah.
This is them moving into the abandoned apartment buildings.
In the black area.
In the black area.
Baby, yeah. What's them? It look like.
So she just standing there watching.
And she's taking her back.
Like, what the hell going on?
She's like, we can never just do this, go into this abandoned building and just start taking furniture up in there.
Never. Now this is
so
Jamal.
Who's turning on the lights in the water?
Exactly. Now this is Jamal Green. He's obviously a person in Chicago of importance. Let me show what he had to say.
Yeah, look, they the fuck just got up in there. They just got up in there. Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell to the no. To the no.
Damn, they just got up in there. This don't make no fucking sense.
It don't, lady. You right.
Yeah. It says, it gave the address and it says 50 migrants have broken into building. The property is being rehabbed. There are several people standing in front. Chicago scanner. So yeah, they just doing whatever they want to do.
So from a very young age, I saw myself as a fighter. And that's what led me to the city council. And I know baby Adama, who's here with us.
She's now arguing against them taking funding away from shelters. That she's saying that basically they're not making enough shelters and spending enough money on them, the migrants.
They're going to bring up the stats, though, of the money they spent.
And the other children who are cradled with these new parents will also become the fighters that we need to continue the legacy of a city that continues to be a place where refugees will migrate to. New York City has always been a city for refugees. And right now, as folks escape slavery, conscription, political...
Says slavery.
Who's escaping slavery?
The migrants.
How the fucking migrants escaping slavery?
Turmoil, economic and social injustices, we have to be a city that says This is an opportunity for us to expand right to shelter. This is an opportunity for us to see.
Dude, I'm in the back looking shady.
Yeah,
See our schools as an opportunity to recruit and retain bilingual educators, bilingual guidance counselors and social workers and librarians. This is an opportunity. So Mayor Adams, you can and have the time to eliminate these cruel, inhumane, unjust directives now.
Unjust? So you guys are just allowed to cross the border and nothing's supposed to happen to y'all? It's unjust?
Not giving them enough money, apparently. Group of newly arrived migrants allegedly behind string of burglaries plaguing Chicago suburb.
Find your tribe. What's going on? Wow.
Manu Konuto.
Wow. Bullshit.
Crazy, man.
I forgot to mention.
Now this right here is a video where this dude was talking about.
This got to be in Kingston, Philadelphia.
There's a channel on YouTube called Channel 5. We watched it before. He went to LA, San Diego or San Francisco,
one of them, Mexican criminals.
And he put out a video of him and he talked about, he found out that a lot of the quote unquote black on black crime is not black on black crime. It is cartel. It's a cartel drug war with pharmaceutical companies. A cartel drug war. And we've been saying this about Chicago, especially, that it ain't just the black people killing each other. There's too much strange stuff going on in Chicago to believe that all them shootings is coming from one group. That don't make sense.
Trank prices are kept fixed by the cartel. The original crooked veterinarian at the top of the supply chain doesn't sell to the Trank brothers or anyone directly. They sell wholesale to a broker who works for a Mexican drug cartel. What are those guys like?
Sturdy, very sturdy. They won't do what I'm doing.
Do they kind of control things on like a high level?
Yes, they do. Prices, people's lives.
For my own safety, I don't want to say which one, but the cartel sets a fixed price for xylazine bottles and closely monitors Trank as it travels down the supply chain, particularly as it moves from the Trank brothers onto the blocks, like Kensington. If any blocks are found to be cutting and weakening Trank to maximize profit or getting xylazine from outside veterinarians, they would almost instantly be killed, and the cartel doesn't have to do it themselves.
They can get you touched without even being here.
Really?
Yes, sir. They'll drop the price.
Just like a bag on somebody's head?
Yeah, no problem.
And that word just kind of circulates around? In the past year, though, this market has become increasingly difficult to regulate due to an overseas manufacturer called Hanhong Pharmaceuticals, which is an unregulated company based in Wuhan, China. This company, which should be a household name, is funded directly by the infamous Wuhan Institute of Virology. But I like having a YouTube channel, so I'm going to save my cross-analysis for a later date. Anyways, Hanhong Pharmaceuticals was recently revealed to be the company solely responsible for selling fentanyl precursors to the Mexican drug cartels, who then bake these chemicals in a laboratory into pills and powder to import into the United States. Because of the success...
And they import it through the migrants. And then when the migrants get across this, they go to the people in their countries, they tell them, hey, we want to send your son or your daughter to the country. We'll pay you a certain amount of money. We'll make sure you get an American, whatchamacallit, you'll be able to be a citizen. All we need you to do is get over there and deliver this.
Wonder why you don't have South American drug lords anymore. El Chapo was the last. They work with us now, Ozark.
Oh, no, there's plenty of them. When they got rid of him, didn't his son take over or something? There's like 4 other families, cartel families.
Success of the open-air trank market in Philadelphia, this company recently figured out about xylazine. And so, about a year ago, Hanhong began selling their own variant of xylazine, but instead of liquid, in a powder form for only $20 a kilo, which they've been attempting to sell to drug dealers in Philadelphia on platforms like Telegram and WhatsApp. Unlike the trade of fentanyl, which requires the cartel as a middleman to bake the precursors, Hanhong's invention of powdered xylazine allows them to cut out the cartel as a middleman and sell directly to dealers. For a period of time, this was a real game changer for trank dealers. However, this majorly weakened the control of the cartel, who had already set a fixed price for liquid xylazine bottles, leading them to impose a death sentence on anyone caught receiving or trading powdered Chinese xylazine. This green light on someone's life, however, is imposed remotely. Because Philadelphia is so poor, all the cartel has to do is contact the city's gang leaders through private channels, with someone's picture, their name, and a price. In the following days, a feeding frenzy for that person's life will ensue.
3 gunmen. So they're using these gang members as pawns to go against a pharmaceutical company in Wuhan. This is crazy. So some black people, not all these are black people obviously, are dying because they're in the middle of a war between a cartel and a pharmaceutical company.
We stupid.
Exactly.
Shots in broad daylight, killing a 19-year-old man who was sitting on some steps.
From an outside perspective, it may look like gang warfare or just simply black on black crime. But it's actually a proxy war between Chinese corporations and Mexican drug cartels. For this reason, the advent of Trank in Philadelphia has led to a major spike in homicides. And almost nobody has a bigger target on their head than the Trank brothers. I forgot.
So it all went back to niggas killing niggas. Good Lord.
They allowed themselves to be a pawn.
Anyway, those families broke.
Rage deals with Big Pharma, hence the pill push on your TV.
Oh yeah. Wasn't fentanyl? That's a Chinese, what's it called? And it's going through Mexico to get into America. Fentanyl the same way. All right.
Retarded. Put the link to the video, Duke, in the description.
All right. Minneapolis high school cancels classes after wild allegedly race-fueled brawl drew in parents, 2 adults arrested. So apparently some Somali kid called a black American a jarir, which is a term for nigger, called him a jarir, or however you say it, and it led to a brawl in the school.
But it technically wasn't a brawl because it was them on her. She got jumped.
Yeah.
When I think of a brawl, I think of 2 opposite groups coming together.
Well, it was
fighting
more,
one another.
It was more than just 3 people.
What you mean 3? No, it was a lot.
Yeah, I know. But then she told.
It's like they beat her in the mama though, didn't they?
Well, I guess you say that, yeah.
This video reminded me of, you remember the video where the Muslim girl was sitting in class and the white girl was picking on her?
And then the black girl got up.
And then the black girl beat the white girl's ass?
And then they stopped it when she got up to stop the bully?
Stop defending these other black immigrants because they don't defend you.
This is the second time this has happened. I've seen a story come out about these Somali people attacking black Americans. So
some of y'all just thinking about the next.
I was going to show this, but this is not important. This is Roland Martin basically defending the idea that we need black immigrants in the country to help bolster our numbers so that we can get census dollars. Would you agree with that? I'm not going to show the video. It's a little long. Roland Martin is making the point that we need black immigrants because we need them to be part of the numbers so that we can get more census dollars. Now, he said something that wasn't true in the video, maybe by mistake, where he said that black immigrants or immigrants represent 10% of the population.
You could have just played a video.
When they really represent 10%. It's 4 minutes. You want to play it?
Do y'all want to hear the Roland Martin video or?
I'll play the first 30 seconds.
6 months to a year.
Wrong.
And I get these black people, man, they coming over here, they taking our jobs.
Wrong.
He said.
Listen to me, black people. These white supremacists got you using the same language.
That's right.
Using the same language as them.
Keep in mind, this dude's talking about something wrong and that's right. This same Negroes that claim all this revolutionary talk and your ass is sitting there taking pictures at the White House. What are we doing? How are you so much of a revolutionary and so such a person that want to destroy white supremacy and you taking pictures at the White House with politicians? You want to shake hands and ass like the rest of them.
And I already know. I know all you FBA B1 dumbasses gonna run your mouth, do your videos. See, there you go. He an anchor, baby. He Haitian. I'm not.
And if you were, so what?
Right. Mom and daddy from here. Grandparents from here. Great-grandparents from here. My maternal, paternal ancestors migrated from Haiti. That leads.
I mean, you Haitian.
That means that you're Haitian. Thank you for finally coming out and saying you're Haitian.
Well, one of them was from Haiti, apparently. His great-great-great-great-grandparent, one of them was Haitian.
But, and by the way, for all you dumbass FBA and B1 people, black immigrants, account for 10% of the U.S. population?
That's
What?
not true. It's the black. They account for 10% of the black population, not the American population, which is only like what?
Then that would, if you saying that they're 10% and we supposed to be 13, then they would be saying 23% of the population is black.
No. He's saying that he's saying that 10% of the population.
He just misworded it wrong.
Yeah, but that really will only be 5 million people versus 40, 50, 60 or whatever.
And so when we're talking about congressional seats and we're talking about apportionment, when we're talking about census dollars and stuff along those lines, guess what? Those black immigrants are included. So you're going to want that 10% because, see, you're going to want the number of folks who are black immigrants who are in Minnesota. You're going to want those black immigrants in
Somalians.
Houston, largest Nigerian population. You're going to want those black folks from Liberia, black folks from Bermuda. See, this is when I need our people to stop listening to YouTube economists.
Come on.
TikTok anthropologists and Instagram political scientists to understand the larger picture what we're dealing with here. You have to create a functioning system where you're processing people properly and then where they're also going. Because the last point I make here is this here. For all y'all people who are sitting here, who are freaking out, guess what? Black and brown immigrants is what has changed the population shift.
How did we go from talking about black immigrants to now black and brown?
What up,
y'all
Katie?
can't stay on a chord.
What up, Katie?
Roland is annoying.
Roland, he
Uncle
also
beat me to it. LOL.
He went on to say that basically it doesn't matter if these people, these demographics are aligned with you. You need them purely for the numbers. And I'm saying you don't want to be connected to someone who don't align with you politically. That don't make sense. All they're gonna do is undermine you. It's just silly. Go ahead.
And that's where the vest is getting
swallowed. I'm gonna get that, Keith. I'm gonna get that. Swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? Anyway. He's not B1. He's a descendant of slave, not a descendant of slave. Well, he said 3 of his grandparents are, so.
He's Haitian.
Oh, by the way, since he's talking about that, the separation has begun completely. It started somewhere else first. We saw this. I can't remember what state it was, but California. It might have been
people
California.
tell you they are, believe them. Dr. Mangelo.
It's true.
I'm also an immigrant.
California becomes first state to break down employee data by ethnicity. So as you can see, when you look it up, it has black or African American. It has a descendant of a person or persons who were enslaved in the United States, not a descendant of a person or persons who were enslaved in the United States, including but not limited to African, black, Caribbean, black, or other black.
Damn.
Descendant status is unknown or choose not to identify. So it's only two. You either in or you're out. You're either black American who descended of slave or you're not. Or you can choose not to choose one and say it's unknown. You don't know.
How many people you think hitting that one?
No,
the last one.
I think most of them gonna hit the top one, even the ones who ain't. Once they realize, you know,
so there's no benefits in selecting the second one. Then
in America, socially and politically, there's no benefit to saying you're, you know,
sad case.
So it is what it is. They been did it for the Asians. They did it a while ago. Pacific Islanders. But there was also an argument I saw about a Hawaiian dude. Tua, the NFL quarterback, he said, I'm from Hawaii, but I'm not Hawaiian. I didn't know that. In Hawaii, there's like 4 or 5 different divisions amongst them. They're not Hawaiian. It's like calling a person who's no, it wouldn't be comparable to Asian because it's a continent. But yeah, you made a point that he's not Hawaiian, even if he's from Hawaii. Go ahead.
I think there's a black gatekeeper group on YouTube in the conscious community. I need a show. Who's watching? Taking shit and swallowing spit.
Oh, Lord. So what you think about this? Fully in support
Very
of it?
good.
Very good?
Very good.
As of January 1st, California became the first state in the nation to disaggregate data for its black population by ethnic lineage, thanks to the bill authored by Assemblymember Chris Holden. from Pasadena. Holden is a member of the California Legislative Black Caucus. California Department of Human Resources questionnaire requests newly or rehired employees to voluntarily self-identify their race, ethnicity, and gender for the state to track and evaluate equal employment opportunities and non-discriminatory employment practices more accurately. People who are already newly hired or rehired, they got to do this anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have to mark.
There's nothing. What?
You would have to mark the top one.
What?
Descendant of enslaved people in America.
Well, that's where my lineage comes from.
How many people at your job have to do that?
One.
One other one?
Two.
Okay.
Yeah, two.
Okay.
So this wasn't.
I want to show this too. I want to show this just to show that he was able to change it. This is a dude who's from the UK who was able to sound like he's Black American.
Time ago, but it was time ago. Like it was like 2 months ago. Time ago. You know what I'm saying? So one of my brethren, he asked me, he was like, "What do you feel like your life would be if you lived in America all your life?" And if you can't tell by the sound of my accent, I'm British, but I'm also American too. So before I could even dig into that, I have to explain my background. You get what I'm saying? You see, my mom and my dad, they're both Nigerian. I was born in Munich, Germany. They had me in Munich. Shout out Michael Ballack. That's my favorite football player of all time. But after I was like 3 years old, man had moved to Northampton, England. So I was staying there till I was like 10. So I've really spent 10 years in Europe, you know. And by the time I was like 11, 10, man had to move to North Carolina. Hopefully you lot know that's in the United States. That's jokes. Broski, living in Northampton, England is drastically different from living in Kinston, North Carolina. The UK and the US already different as hell. And them two places, hell nah. Living in America, plus living in the South of America, I learned how to be country. I learned how to enjoy this hot ass weather that be happening. Bipolar as hell. It was just raining yesterday, now the sun out. It's booming. Northampton weather and really just UK weather is gloomy. The sun barely comes out. It be rainy. North Carolina here, bro, sun be out. So I reckon you lot understand that when I moved here,
you said,
I
whoa.
went to a major culture shock. Bro, I went from listening to JLS, KEB, Labyrinth, Example, Plan B. Bro, when I tell you I was on the airplane, I only had 2 American songs
Fake
on my
Idris.
shit. I had Stronger by Kanye West and that song with Pharrell and Snoop Dogg. I drop it like it's hot.
What I'm making is
TD Jakes is Nigerian.
The accent.
Bloody, what the fuck?
If he didn't show his British accent first, you would not know he was British.
And I would have known he was Nigerian. And I could sniff him out.
And the point people were making was this cosplaying, this ability this ability to completely engulf yourself that much to where you don't just sound like an American, you sound like a Southern American from North Carolina. That shit is cool. That shit is crazy.
Fake Idris.
Fake Idris.
He faking on this.
He might got a better accent than Idris Elba.
Idris Elbow.
Moving here with just my mom and my brother. Man ain't have no dad. So here, living in America, I feel like man really just learned how to be more masculine. Because all my life, I grew up around women. Like even in the UK, I grew up with women, straight women. Like I love women. So going to school, I just learned through my friends. I was like, I see what they do. I like, even with little things like girls and how they talk to girls, all of that. That's how I learned. I really learned how to be a man through just like living in America, I feel like. So in conclusion of me living in America, who would I be?
He also said he learned how to be
black. We don't try to imitate them.
He went on to say, because I'm not going to play the rest of it. He went on to say that he learned how to be black and masculine in America. What do you think about those comments?
Do what you got to do to blend in, sir, I suppose. But if I was in North Carolina, I would have sniffed your Nigerian ass out and said, that ain't no Black American.
How would you have sniffed them out?
They just have a certain look about them.
Yeah, you know damn well you wouldn't have got
Have I ever been wrong?
Yes.
On a Nigerian?
Yes.
Who?
You've been wrong.
On a Nigerian?
Yes.
Can you tell me who?
There's been people you said weren't Nigerian and was.
Who?
What's the girl name from the TV show that got canceled? But damn.
You talking about the heavyset lady?
Yeah. Yeah.
You heard the organ playing? Like we at church?
What's the
Am I gonna confess the scene?
Love.
It wasn't Love. Was it Lovecraft?
Lovecraft. The chubby chicken Lovecraft. You swore up and down. She was
stacked. So
I
got
she was
confused.
Let me say what she really is. Any woman that's attractive, any black woman that's attractive, try to claim.
That's a lie.
That's truth. You claim it because you thought
You
she was
gonna sway a
attractive.
handful guy?
Yes.
Wow. See, you see black people lie on anybody. They be like, I swear to God, yeah, right, nigga. Swear.
Right, how long we been going? Check the time.
Only place to learn about black.
I'm sorry. What'd it say?
2:40.
That's gonna be a short one. Okay. All right, go ahead.
You are born black. You don't learn to be black.
And that's what the brother
that
said.
That sister is beautiful with her chocolate cell.
I'm just Travis thought he was American.
Travis was stacked. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Travis said, "Look at that little old American girl," and then
she started dealing with that white man in the show. That really ticked me off.
But then in real life, she's with a black American man.
In real life, because she got that black American man spirit on her, and that's why I was a little, you know.
Oh, you was,
I was confused. I didn't know.
She had you flustered it, and she didn't give you the vapors, did she?
That sister was stacked in the right places.
I will say most times with black American men, they don't typically deal with Nigerian
unless they stacked.
Yeah, they don't really deal with Nigerian women. If they date an African woman, it's normally a Ghanaian. Mainly a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Or they go get one of them bowling balls.
I ain't never. That don't never happen.
That
I ain't
happens.
seen that ever.
It does happen.
I ain't never seen it.
Young Jeezy baby mama is Eritrean.
Somali,
Ethiopian.
They don't happen often. I ain't gonna say never then. It don't happen often. They typically stay within their culture, but yeah.
All right.
Final words you got for the people.
Oh, thanks for viewing the channel. Did we tell them we was watching the show Beef on Netflix? Y'all got anything out there? Y'all watching? Y'all find anything? Did anybody take Brilliantly Flawed up on his suggestion of reading the damn book over the weekend?
Oh yeah, we're gonna finish watching Beef tomorrow. We'll finish watching that tomorrow. The last 3 episodes. I thought it was pretty good.
But
show.
yeah, thanks for viewing the video. What show? Have y'all been watching any shows?
We were talking about Beef.
We started watching Beef.
I want to see when to finish watching Beef. We gotta finish. Have any of y'all finished watching Bel Air?
No, gotta finish watching.
I read my kids.
LOL.
Have any of y'all finished watching Bel Air? I gotta finish watching Snowfall. I still ain't finished watching that.
Travis sound like Opie.
So you should do a video on Jim Jones. It broke my heart when I found out years ago that Jim Jones' victims were all black, and that Jim Jones went to a black pastor to learn how to do what he did. It was a black man that taught him how to convince black people to follow him, and then he killed them. It's sad.
No, George, I believe you like that. I believe you love Beef.
So I started watching The Family Business on BET, another Tyler Perry craziness. What was that show last week you brought up? Oh, I can't remember the show. It was a movie I think you brought up. I said I wanted to see. It was crazy. I can go check the chat. But anyway, you said your final words already?
That was my final words.
You're saying thank you for watching the video?
Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button.
Now keep
Got
in
me
mind,
out here begging
he was supposed
like a hoe.
He was supposed to say that at the beginning.
Got me out here on a street corner trying to have somebody pick me up, selling me out like a prostitute.
All right, man. Anyway, really appreciate y'all giving us y'all Saturday, spending some time with us. You could be anywhere. You're here with us. Really appreciate the support.
Put a book out there.
Oh, he did. Awakening of a Natural Genius, the Black Children, Dr. Amos Wilson. He watched for the all right, George. Anyway, man, please like it on the way out.
Stay on beef and sausages.
Please like it on the way out. Please share it if you can. Really appreciate the support. And as always, y'all be safe. All praise to the Most High. Peace, man.